were.
Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking! How did you do fucking fuck? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over. Nothing is over.
You invincible, headshot, scripted cheater.
I'm retarded?
That monkey's gonna come kill us, Mama.
As a monk all glued up with cunny juice, I asked you a question.
I've tasted a lot of semen.
Do not come.
I'm trying to recruit.
I'm gonna come.
I'm holding it to my butt hole right now.
Thank you, everybody. Let's flip this over. Boop, 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 bang. There we go. Okay, not a date. Casual encounters has fallen great. Again, and there were people who took your guys' joke seriously, and that's, I don't know if that's sad, funny, or what, but either way, I don't know how many times I have to repeat this. It wasn't a date. There was no sex. It was a friend of mine who, because of hanging out with me online, kind of put themselves in a financial situation, and I thought I'd be nice. I'd give them a little weed. I'd help them out because they're broke. And here's a pizza, here's some weed. But I'm not going to be a dick and make them feel guilty like, I'll get you food and I'll give you herb because you're having a tough time right now. No, I'm like, hey, how about I come over? You seen that new Deadpool movie? We'll watch that. And then I leave them with some bud and a pizza. And then nobody has to feel guilty. I'm just like, I don't want to take it back with me. You just keep it. No sex, lots of oral. Again, there was no sexual encounters of any time. Netflix and chill. It was Amazon movie and then leave. There was no physical aspect of it. It was a gay date. Be honest, Johnny. It's okay. No, it wasn't even a gay date. It wasn't even a gay date. It was an actual lady who I'm actually friends with, and then we called that. Let's debut. Oh, you know what? Let's get rid of the sponsor part too. We'll do that too. I can't fix this. Dirt. Let's get rid of that. Boop. And then boop. There we go. Pin it. Pin message. And then right up against the line. And boom. All right. So now we'll pin this. So it was a play date as adults, says Saint Caesar. I mean, I guess if you want to call it anything, it was like I said. I came. You know what we did after all of our hanging out? I came back home, hung out with my daughter, and then we played World of Warcraft together. So I mean, yeah, we hung out like a lot, but a majority of it was with me in another house. Again, there's no like, oh, this is going to be a relationship. No, it was a friend thing. I just don't get people. Especially everyone who took, the part I love the most is the people who took your guys' bit and then had a reaction to me on it. Did she peg you like Deadpool did Disney? See, get it? Because that one joke of the movie in the beginning? Yeah, no, that did not happen. Ooh, Johnny with his real friends show off. Yeah, I don't mean to brag, but I know people in the real world. Turtle saying blood and thunder. I don't. Loktar Ogar. Oh, okay. I got it. Now I had to look up for Loktar Ogar for the Horde. Exactly, dude. I'm a son of Silvermoon, so it's a WoW reference. I got it. It's just they were separated. Loktar Ogar, blood and thunder. Like that's. Yeah. I knew it was a WoW reference. I just didn't know until I saw the first one. Bud Bridges, you just a good dude, Johnny. Here's the whole truth of it. They wanted to play World of Warcraft. I got them super excited about it and told them, come play with me. They set up a World of Warcraft account, and I told them buying this expansion would solve a problem they had getting their old characters back. So they bought the expansion. Didn't get their old characters back. Then found out they really couldn't afford the expansion. So I was like, oh, fuck. And I was like, I offered to give them some money, and they were like, nope. No, it's fine. So when they're talking to me, being like, I haven't slept in 2 days, and I was like, oh, why do you think you're not sleeping? Like, oh, I don't know. And I'm just like, oh, maybe playing video games will help. Like, oh, I can't get motivated for video games. And so I was like, hey, how about have you seen the Deadpool movie? And I figured, boop, you can open a ticket with Blizzard support, and they can give you characters back. Right, you can. She has a couple of issues with that. Number one, right now there is a live feature that you can do to get your characters back without involving a ticket at all. But she doesn't remember what server she played on. She doesn't remember what level they were. And for me, it's not even the characters. Like I tell everybody, like I don't need my characters back as long as my collections are intact. Johnny, sad news: the monkey lost the team. I see that bit isn't dead yet. Much like there was no date and there was no sex of any kind, there is no monkey milking farm. So, King Kong Dong, you got to talk to somebody else about that. Just needs to know the name of the character. They are tied to the account. Again, that part had been done, Turtle. Like a ticket had been filed. At this point, like I said, she doesn't have collections. Can't they be in your Blizzard account? I mean, kind of, but Blizzard purges accounts and then different things have happened. Like I said, this she doesn't remember what stuff she had. She doesn't remember the name of the character. She just remembers it was a troll. And she remembers the last time she was playing the game, she was at the Dark Moon Fair. Like, that's what she remembers overall. And she's not terribly, from what I could tell, attached to anything about the account other than the fact that those characters existed. And now she's kind of moved on, and she's happy with the character she made. So, like, she's good. But either way, like I said, you find out somebody's flat broke, and they don't have any bud, and they're having a difficult time. And plenty of people have bailed me out in that situation. So I was like, you know what? Time for paying it forward. On the way over, she's like, if you want anything to eat, you'll have to get it yourself. And when someone tells you they're flat broke, I'm like, all right, well, what are you hungry for? And then we got there, and I was like, fuck it, you want to get a pizza? And I ordered her a pizza. And I'm fucking, ooh, we got a story about Lieutenant Dan, King Kong Dong. I like where your head's at. We've got a story about Lieutenant Dan. Again, King Kong Dong. No, he did not. No, Johnny did not. Again, actual people taking your fucking joke on the chat, like, seriously. And then it's just like, no, that's not what happened. Nope. It's not what's happening. Nope. Mm-mm. My best buddy's mom Met her husband when I was running them through Wailing Cavern. My tism is in full force. Just a heads up, says Turtle. That's fine. That's pretty funny. That's actually pretty awesome. King Kong Dong, friend zone. I wasn't friend zoned. Let me be very clear about that. I accidentally got in line with the gorillas, and all I can say is, wow, that Landers knows some things and has supple hands. Thank you, Lab Glass. Guys, did you see that hairless albino monkey come through here? It's crazy. They've been together almost 10 years. Well, good for them. Good for them. I used to play WoW with my with Ivy's mother back in the day. And I play it for me. I love the game. I just won't quit playing it. I don't care what anyone says. And so for that reason alone, I love anyone like who wants to play. Like I love playing with more people, so she said she wanted to play a game. Johnny, my monkey joke didn't get out of hand, says King Kong Dong. Nope. Weeks later, now talking about people accidentally getting in the wrong line. Yeah, no, not out of hand at all. I have no idea why anyone would think such a thing, and don't you ever think such a thing. Fuck friend zone. Sorry, man. Dude, no, it's not a friend zone thing. Like I said, we're just... Neither one of us is pushing for that. Okay? It's just she's always like, oh, I wish I had games that people played. I play ESO, I play that, but nobody plays with me anymore. And I was like, I feel the same way about World of Warcraft. Oh, I used to play WoW back in the day. That's kind of how it all went. Subscriber raid stream, says Messi Chavez. What do you mean subscriber raid stream? Do we have a subscriber raid stream? I can't have I can't have members yet that I know of, so. Good afternoon, Johnny. Your hair looks good, says fuck you, dude. Actually, we'll talk about that in a minute. I played ESO. That shit felt so hollow. I mean, kind of for me too, Sam Show. I like what you did with your name there. I like ESO, but I disagree with a couple of things. One, ESO's approach to vampires is completely ass backwards. Completely ass backwards. Vampires are really powerful if they haven't fed. Bullshit! That's not how that fucking shit works, man. You want your vampire to have fed so that he can keep his mind right. Like, he's not fiending for blood. Nobody's ever more powerful when they're starving. It makes no sense. So, I was playing Dark Age of Camelot back in the day. Dude, I knew a couple people that were playing, what is it? DAOC. I don't remember what they called it for short, but either way, Dark Age of Camelot. Crushing Lurikins. I don't know what that means. So yeah, it was just a weird thing. But yeah, so she was into World of Warcraft, and you hear someone's down and out, and like I said, before getting out of my rut and everything, there were quite a few times where I was the person who was always at home. I was down and out, and somebody would come over and visit me and leave me a little weed present, and I thought, damn it, time to pay it forward. So that's what I did. I wouldn't have skipped the show, except then I wouldn't be able to see my daughter at all, so I wanted to do that too. So excuse me for... I had to have it all. Can you have it all? Nope, not really. Didn't get back in enough time to spend enough time with my daughter. But either way, whatever. We hung out with her. We'll hang out with her tomorrow. And next Friday, she doesn't have school, so guess what I'm doing all day? We won't have a show next Friday, by the way. They are more powerful the hungrier because they are in full predator mode. I don't like playing them summoner all day. And that's another reason I don't like playing them, Turtle, because vampires are more like forced to go magic style. And again, I get the predator mode thing, but I want to ask you something. When you're like starving, like super duper hungry, do you think you can be at your peak physical ability to act, react, move, all of that stuff? Or are you just going to be fucking mind focused, food, eat something? Like, I mean, I can see what you're saying. Like, oh, you're starving, so you're ready to hunt. You're going to know. Yeah, I can get that to an extent. But again, it still seems ass backwards to me. It still seems like a vampire should be more powerful after they've fed. So that's just where I land on it. Saint Caesar wanted a gay day without the day. Or without the gay. Johnny wanted a gay day without the gay. No, I wanted to help a friend and wanted to see my daughter. And that meant something had to give. And what gave was, unfortunately, the show. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't, it is ass backwards, I agree. Right, it's ass backwards. And I liked playing ESO for a bit, but when she mentioned ESO, I told her how I'm a super big WoW fan, and I'm always playing WoW. And she's like, oh, I'd play WoW if I had people to play with. I'm like, well, I'm always playing. So, like I said, when you hear people going through stuff, sometimes you feel like, hey, maybe I can help out. You don't want to make them feel guilty, so don't be a dick. But like I said, thank you for continually insisting it was a hookup, because that was funny to talk to some people in real life. Like, nope. Mr. Q saying, hope you're having a good day. Have you heard about the World of Warcraft Tim Walls team up? I hope you're lying. And are you buying your daughter a Netindo Alarmo? On that last one, definitely no. I have no idea what the hell that is. And I haven't, and you better... All right, my buddy in Florida doesn't have power, but he's safe. That's great. That's great. Let me know if I can help at all and how. Now available, updated COVID vaccine. No, thank you, Medicare. We're good. All right, there we go. That's done. So thank you for the $5. Let's go ahead and kick that off. Our goal is now $20 on November 1st. Everything we make on Twitch and the PayPal, the Venmo, and all that will go right to that. We have a buyout coming out in, I think, in a few days on YouTube, which means we should end up taking like a whole week out in November. I mean, it's good. It's just, wow. Again, if you, we do controlled burns for $5 on Rumble or YouTube, and the doctor at 10, who, by the way, needs to be cleaned. That's what I'm doing this weekend. But, yeah, so we'll do those things for you if you do it for supporting the show. Again, thank you if you support the show. And we have Rusty Grammar. Why haven't you F-words hit the like button yet? Well, I mean... Jesus Christ, it's one button, you lazy Democrats. And now Lander is talking about
Seems
his...
good 100.
Thank you, Mikey. Mikey Two Milks. Love Mikey's show. Little difficult for me to do as it's a long day for me, but goddamn do I love Mikey's show. You can only catch it live. It's kind of one of the beautiful things about it, because you don't get to hear the music if it's not live. And I don't know if you really get the conversations as well. I don't think Twitch's algorithm is super good about splicing. So I would, and then it would look weird. Like when Mikey cuts to him or the guest and they're like rocking out. They're like, yeah, keep on rocking in the free world. But it's all silence. You're like, so then somebody could put something in there like, I like dicks because I think I'm a girl. And it wouldn't be good. It would not be good. Alrighty. Spy Pigeon, how's the week? How's Johnny's week going so far? Hope all is well, man. Week's going pretty good. Someone get a haircut, says Corn Diff. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. JB Contrarian, you can hit me. Oh, 9 Canyon, I don't hit things that I like. All right. If all else fails, you can get supply from San Francisco. Unfortunately, wait a minute. What? Ah, thank you for the egg. I don't know why.
Rage 100.
Thank you. Now we're sitting at 5 minutes to launch a hype train. If we do a hype train, we do controlled burns. If we get to level 3, we pull out the doctor for the rest of the hype train. And, yeah, that's going to destroy me. Alrighty, so let's catch up with the Rumble chat quick. Is she into chicks then? Just King Kong Dog. You know what? I don't need to discuss her personal life. JB Contrarian. Yay, I'm here. Yeah, can we start the fucking story now? Thank you, King Kong Dong. Finally, hey everybody. Are we exploiting Johnny's? There isn't a sex life, Wild Saffron. There isn't a sex life. That's the thing. Why is it? What is World of Warcraft? It's a video game that you play online. If you're lame and gay like me. Starting a hype train. Thank you, Fettuccine El Poo-Poo.
PJ Salt 100 to no sex for Johnny.
And that's the worst part about the joke, right? So everybody makes the joke. People respond the way they do. The worst part is, I wouldn't mind getting laid, but it ain't happening anytime soon. It wasn't on the table with that lady from the start, and we both knew it. It wasn't even about that. It was just about being, as my therapist said today, that's really kind of you. And I was like, yeah, it was just about doing something nice for somebody.
Fail fish 100.
What do you mean fail fish? Nobody failed. Fallen the Great, is she fat? Again, like I said, how about I don't talk about this person? Hope you had an excellent day, Johnny says Pools Cam Sam. If you haven't caught that update, an update on the chair situation, I still have to get the cushion repaired, and the person who was going to help me with that has been dragging their ass like a dick. And this weekend, we're going to tip it over again and get some more tools out and see if we can really tighten up the base so it doesn't creak or lean that much anymore. Fucking smoke out prods. You guys.
Guess what? I got a fever.
Thank you, Corn Diff,
And the only
gifting
prescription
5 tier 1
is more
subs.
cowbell.
Son of a bitch, where is that? Oh, fuck, we still have 3 controlled burns to do. God damn it. Lab Glass with $20. Can't give subs, so here. Thank you, Lab Glass and everybody else. That's 2 Dr. Burns with the $10. So there we go there. Corn Diff putting us at level 2, 83%. Rolling on cowbell for everyone that got a sub as a result of Corn Diff. Again, thank you, Corn Diff, for that support. Cowbell coming in. Hey-oh. Eugene Stoner, been 3 years for me, but I haven't been looking. I mean, yeah, I'm not really looking. Shia, women and men can actually be friends. It's good to know. Yeah, if you're upfront and honest about it, yeah, it's entirely possible. It is entirely possible. I've been friends with many a lady. It's entirely doable. Johnny, Rumble isn't safe for work, says King Kong Dong. Right? That's why I don't have it on the screen. But thank you for that. Oh, that was Rumble that Lab Glass threw the 20 in on the live chat. Thank you. Not that. That means that Rumble's going to kick over for a buyout pretty soon. Awesome. Johnny Blue Balls. No, not Blue Balls, but because again, there was no promise or intention or belief that anything other than what happened would happen, which was hang out, watch a movie, leave her some food, leave her some bud, and then I came home, hung out with my daughter, and we played World of Warcraft. That's all that happened. Women, nonsense. All Johnny needs in 2024 are those sweet, sweet delves. Right, dude? Annoyed Wawa supervisor gets it. Honestly, not to nerd out too hard on World of Warcraft. Again, a massive multiplayer online game where you can be like, an elf or an orc or a human or a dog person or some other furry if that's your obsession. Not mine. I'm just an elf because I'm gay. But anyways, did you do the popcorn trick? If you're talking about the tub of popcorn with my dick in it, again, I don't know if you understand this or not from the first 20 times. Wasn't that kind of hangout. I had a pizza. That's all we had. There was no popcorn. It was a pizza. And you can't really sneak your dick into that, nor would I want to. Why? Because I planned on eating the pizza. At least it's a blood elf, Johnny. Right, it's a blood elf, but that's still, look, horde or not, that's still, I'm going to be the first person to tell you, totally gay, all right? When they first released them, Blizzard literally released Blood Elves, and if you got a chainmail like pant for your character, some of the models were hot pants. I'm sorry, they weren't even shorts. It was like a chainmail crotchlet. It's just like, oh, so this is just to cover kind of my balls. Like, it's just so, yeah, no. I've been playing PS2 games lately. I love it. I love playing old school games. You could sneak the peen in a calzone. Turtle, I know I have a Blood Elf Paladin. Yeah, I have a Blood Elf Paladin too. And up until, because back when I started my Blood Elf Paladin in Burning Crusade, you had to get to like level 30 or 40 before you got your armor upgrade. No, I think it was 30. This is 20 or 30. And then you got your armor upgrade where you could go from chainmail to plate mail. And then you started having like legit things. But then paladins also have skirts because they're apparently lame and gay. So I just couldn't avoid it no matter what. It was just Motown. And I had to deal. But, you know, whatever. When Retribution was good, when you went mail to plate. Oh, dude, Ret is still good. If you don't think Ret's good now, what you been doing? Prot is always going to be reliable. Holy goes up and down. I think right now it's okay. It's in a good spot. It was good at the end of last expansion. But, yeah, no, Ret's always in a great place. Ret hasn't had too much of a downside, so much as I know. Lothamar stole Kel'Thuz's wife and plied her with drugs. Lothamar. Kel'Thuz, wait a minute, which one? Wait a minute, Kel'Thuz.
Hello, motherfucker.
Dude, in the fucking Wrath of the Lich King book, they make a lot of implications. Christine Golden, the author of the Wrath of the Lich King book, makes a lot of implications. 4 seconds left on the level 2 hype train. Thank you. Oh, and there we go. I forgot to say. Oh, Deer Butch with 100 bits. Thank you for the 100 bits. It ended right there at 89%. Thank you. I didn't say anything I should have. But again, thank you so much for that. The bits and the subs. I like my pizza with Aaron pepperoni nibble. Ew. And now I'm grossed out, JB. Now I'm grossed out. The Wrath of the Lich King book was better. Annoyed Wallace supervisor. I don't know your stupid horde lore. I was just making a dumb joke, Johnny. Oh. I like how he says, I don't know your stupid horde lore, meaning that guy entirely plays Alliance. Oh. I thought it was a typo. So let me read that properly now that I know that wasn't a typo. Sam Show, or no, Pool Scam Sam with The Wrath of the Litchfield book was better. And the same show was Zug Zug. Probably a gnome wizard. Hey, man, doesn't matter. Beginning to think there might be something wrong with Johnny's myelin sheets. His reading is off. Yeah, I have MS. My reading wasn't off. It's just so many people get typos that I'm used to reading words where I know where they're going and think that maybe it did a typo. Loved WoW back in 2007, first game I ever played. Used to play with Australians. No idea why it got all cartoony. It was always cartoony. It's gotten less cartoony, but still is cartoony. But it's always been cartoony. Sam Show, gnomes piss me off. Smaller diameter, harder to backstab. Back when I did RP playing, when I first started playing WoW way back in the day, I got on an RP server and I played a Dark Elf. And my Dark Elf was an alcoholic, so I was always doing that quest where you got the kegs to drink beer, and I was always smashed. My character was always fucking just toasted. And so me and a gnome in the tavern had an RP fight where I argued that gnomes were short because they were lazy, and it just became this huge thing. And then we had a duel outside of Stormwind that went on for like 30, 45 minutes before we gave up because you could not hit the other fucking person. You also couldn't get hit. You were dodging everything left, right, and sideways, but you couldn't connect for shit. It was funny. In Wrath of the Litchfield, I got to level 7 and kidnapped the prince. I'm sure that'll be a great bit to keep going. All right, so let's talk about this horrible haircut, and then we'll move on. And I don't mean horrible in terms of like, oh, it's a horrible, horrible haircut. No, it didn't go quite the way I wanted it to. That's for sure. But it's not horrible, but it's not great. And by that, I mean, I was very clear that I didn't want her to cut up as high as she did, and she did. So RP server, you know what they do in the taverns. Dude, it wasn't even, like, that's the best part about the RP thing. It wasn't even for me. I did it to hang out with a friend who did RP shit, and I don't know what her deal was, because she was dating my brother, but I don't know, man. That sometimes I wonder what her aims were. But either way, yeah, so I didn't really play on there much. I just hung out with her. That was the whole reason that my night elf was a fucking alcoholic and always drunk. Was just because, like, she was doing this whole, like, we're the pure knights of so-and-so, and this family passes everything down along as a matriarchy and all this other stuff. And so it's all about women power and everything. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, you need to come up with a story for your character. I'm like, all right, so my character's, I didn't want to be, like, royal or righteous or any of that crap that they all wear. I was like, my character's an outcast from the Dark Elves, so they kind of, like, loaned him off to your family. And he's got a horrible reputation. He's a drunk, and he's belligerent. So then all I did was get my character smashed every time we ran anywhere. I was completely unreliable in combat, and all I did was just talk drunk and talk shit. It was great. He dreamed for a little too long. What? Skin fades are for gay F words, says Return Trip. Again, it was supposed to be way, way lower. It's supposed to be in the back as a matter of heat management. It wasn't supposed to be in the front. Level 80 Elite Tauren Chieftain was a WoW brand. That shit used to be massive. A WoW band. Yes, WoW band. It was massive. Rudolph Valentino. Nerd. Yeah. At least you don't have to spider haircut. Nope, I don't. So, yeah, it's just move to Skyrim. Always play a stealthy elf. Move to in a level 6. And oh no. Just gonna do that because it makes me feel better. Where did that go? Yep, and we lost our lighter thanks to that joke, but we got a backup one. We still have 2 controlled burns to do. I don't think it was in Airy Peaks Annoyed Wawa Supervisor. I don't think it was. Turd Burglar saying that game sounds fun. If you played a stealth archer in Skyrim, you should feel bad about yourself. Oh, dude, stealth archer. Yeah, why would you be a stealth archer in Skyrim? I was a freaking dual blade dark elf vampire assassin in Skyrim. Why do you need to be a stealth archer? You can just literally gank people up close with daggers. It's so OP. Stealthing in general in that game is OP. If you can manage to make your kills stealth kills, it's not as fun. The mods you get to track the arrow sniper elite style. We're a half hour into the show, and I haven't talked about shit. We really should load some stuff up. So let's mute the audio for the computer here. Let's load our first hour of stories. But yeah, I got a haircut. It didn't really work out like I wanted it to. Oh well, hair grows back. She didn't want me to pay, and I didn't tip her. Like, I don't tip if I really, like, I told her that she kind of effed it up early on, and it got worse from there. So I'm like, all right. I just kept looking back at it. I'm like, all right, that's how this is going. But yeah, like, she's like, oh, I don't want to charge you. And I'm like, nope, I'm paying for the haircut. I'm not, like, I didn't tip her at all, but I fucking was like, I'm not, You did cut my hair. I didn't quite get what I wanted, and it's not like you could put it back. Like we both know that, and it's not like it's stuck that way. It will grow back. I'm not gonna have to spend money to fix it. I just have to wait. So you didn't get a tip, but I'm not gonna pay you. Fuck that. Haircut is kind of elfin. Bless your heart, says Annie P. Well, thank you. She mangled you, says Rudolph. Johnny asked for the Fabio look. Carlos Ramirez, your first mistake picking a woman to cut your hair. That's not true. The haircut before this was done by a woman, and other than the fact that it didn't last long, like it would have been touched up a lot, it actually was really nice. I kind of liked that one. What the fuck? Whoa, let's go back. We're talking about pizza now. Yeah, hang out, watch a movie. Oh, no. I don't think so, Landers. Ponytails are just... What the shit? Was it a cheese pizza asking for a phone? Oh. All right. Cheese pizza. Nope. I like pizza. Yep, I'll show you my Wrath of the Dong. All right. I really wish they hadn't tainted. It's one of the best kinds of pizza. I like pineapple pizza. Waits for everyone to lose their shit. Wild Saffron. You want to be best friends, says 09 Canyon. King Kong Dong. Wild Saffron, I loved you. Not anymore. King Kong Dong. JB Contrarian. Cut in 3, 2, 1, and go. Cut in 3, 2, and go. I don't know. I think the more you put on pizza, the better. Just no anchovies, says Rusty Grammar. Pineapple on pizza is Satan's work. Actually, it's all right. Rusty Grammar saying it's fucking disgusting. Rusty Grammar saying Hawaiian pizza is way better than fucking minnows. Minnows are for fishing or treats for my ducks. That's okay. We don't need you guys. We can have our own fun and enjoy our pineapple pizza without the looks of disgust shot our way. King Kong Dong, next time threaten to F her in the A if she screws your hair up. No. JB Contrarian asking to watch and also telling King Kong Dong, I've known a few who'd see that as a win. Okay, Rusty Grammar can come to the pizza party too. I don't want anyone kidnapped anymore. What? I don't want kidnapped anymore. Oh, I don't want to be kidnapped anymore. But I'll come to the pizza party and judge each one of you. I make my own pineapple pizza from scratch. I wouldn't want the delivery guy to know my dirty secrets. I mean, I don't care. I didn't want to. Oh, it's getting hurtful over there in the Rumble chat. Nobody wants. Oh, kicks rocks. Somebody better kidnap JB. Can I? What the heck? Wild Saffron. I haven't been able to make good crust at home yet. I order pizza, shame free. Wow. Don't need that lab glass. I've been on a Minecraft binge. A lot of people have lately. That's weird. Landers keeps volunteering to cut your hair, but keeps saying no. Yeah, because he wants to come after him a booty hole. And that's the main reason. And that whole gorilla milking business thing, I don't want to be near that. Rusty Grammar, better you don't. What? Not the chat. Johnny's talking about elves. Yeah, I could make John. All right. Nope. Johnny, cut means scissors. Scissors, not cut. The gals were becoming friends. Oh, you're saying scissoring 3, 2, and go. Okay. I thought of an interesting. Dude, my 8-year-old will put ranch on everything, but it's so gross. I'm a Kahlua guy. All right, interesting. Put that on everything. All right, so we got that. All right, let's catch up. Hey, Twitch, do you feel ignored sometimes? Dear Butch, I'm not ignoring you. And thank you, Northern Finlander.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
I missed the 100 bits nerd alert and good crust before the doctor gave me a Z pack and the crust went away. Forgot to unmute it after I pulled up all the audio. Thank you for the 100 bits from Mikey and twice from Mikey. If she's going to cut your hair, she should have big boobs. You have weird requests. All right, but thank you, Northern Finlander. 22 months. Cowbell coming in for Northern Finlander. Hey-o. All right. Rumble chat isn't on the screen, so I have to read it, and then I can't focus on all three at the same time. I've got 3 goddamn windows over here. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, man? What do you want from me? What am I supposed to do? Can only handle so much, man. Sometimes I thought it was the norm. Well, shit. Sam Show. He can't handle 3 dicks at the same time. He can handle 2, though. At Dear Butch, have you seen the girls on YouTube wearing nothing but paint? You can see it all. Again, thirsty. Wow, they are thirsty over there. And P, what a great chat. Wow, and Hawaiian pizza and stealth elves. Love it. Yeah, I don't know if that's serious or sarcasm, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You want to do stories? We have those. We can get to that. We'll cover that. Alrighty. Covered those. Here we go. Bam, bang, boom, bomb. University of... There we go. All right, so our first thing we're going to get into is a video. I love how people keep telling me that it's the conservatives and the right-wing people and all of them who are threats to democracy and who will get violent if they don't get their way and who will, who will rule with an iron fist if given power. We're always told that. I've heard that so long, growing up, even now today. Well, I go to yet another example of that happening on the liberal side, but nobody seems to care that much. A university professor from Kansas said men who don't vote for Kamala, well, actually didn't say men who won't vote for Kamala. Just, you know what? We'll let men who won't vote for a woman. He didn't specifically say Kamala. I mean, he implied, but he implied that there are men who are going to vote against Kamala solely because she's a woman, and apparently that doesn't matter. Like her record or nothing matter. If you won't vote for her, then it's because she's a woman, and I guess that makes this okay. Either way, again, like I said, I'm tired of hearing about the conservative people being this threat, because every time I see the conservative threat, it's usually like an FBI setup. So this is again a university professor talking to his students in a lecture, advocating for lining people up and shooting them, which I don't think you should do under any circumstance. Again, I feel like we really, really need to return to the days when when professors taught people to think, not how to think.
Guys are smarter than girls. You got some serious problems. That's what frustrates me. There are going to be some males in our society that will refuse to vote for a potential female president because they don't think females are smart enough to be president.
All right, okay. You know what? I wasn't going to take that line, but since you put me there, no offense, buddy, but this ain't the president to back that pony with. You catch what I'm smelling, what I'm selling? You should not be. There are some people who won't vote for a lady because they don't think a woman's smart enough to be president. Well, didn't you open a can of worms? But before we even take that debate, can we at least agree this lady isn't smart enough to be president? I feel like that's a dangerous precedent to set, sir. It's a dangerous precedent to set. You think men are smarter than women? Like, oh. I got news for you. Intelligence intelligence varies on men and women, and maybe a woman can be smarter than a man. I don't know. Who do we have for high-ranking intelligent women? How do they compare to high-ranking intelligent men? Is it the same? Is it equal? I don't know. But I will say this. The one woman we have running for president this time around is not intelligent. And that's not a stretch. Watch her have a conversation. In fact, we will. I've got a clip for you that we're going to love. All right. It was only 17 seconds, so we'll roll it back. Did I do the first controlled burn that I need to do? I don't recall. I don't think so. I don't know. So we got to clear this, do that. You're falling down. So let's get over here and play.
Guys are smarter than girls. You got some serious problems. That's what frustrates me. There are going to be some males in our society that will refuse to vote for a potential female president because they don't think females are smart enough to be president.
Plenty of people don't want to vote for Kamala Harris, and it has nothing to do with them thinking females aren't smart enough to be president. I mean, they might. They might. Balls deep. Kamala gives great brain. Confirmed. This Helgi surmising this guy is simping to his female students so he can get some female puss. Ugh. I certainly hope not. Helgi beta. I'm sorry, but voting for her because she is a woman is completely okay. There are other countries where women don't have choices that we have to be diplomatic with. They won't listen to any female because beliefs. I mean,
Fuck off.
I shouldn't have had the audio up that high for that. I apologize. Annie P, you know what's so great about this chat? 45 are watching, and Mr. Crutches has 45 likes. That's unheard of, chat. Well done to us all. Thank you. And that's just on the YouTube. We got a lot of people watching all chats. Yeah, if you want to if you want to be helpful, especially since we don't have our memberships yet, we're keeping our eye on that. I'm going to have to send an email, see if I can get some information on that. But we'll see what we can do. I'm open to vote for a female president, but I'm waiting for one I have a little bit of faith in, not to fuck it up worse than the other candidates. Right? Like, I have no problem with a female presidential candidate. Right? Oh God, I'm almost sounding like her. So let's do. Look, I have no problem with a female presidential candidate. Okay, we all know my background. Okay, I started out in criminal justice. You know, I prosecuted transnational criminal organizations. Okay, so I think we all know from my background. Okay, that I understand women. And while I completely believe we should have a female president, okay, let's ask about let's consider what that means. That means a president, a leader of a country who is a woman, okay? And I want that as much as the next person, but I don't think that I'm the woman for that job, okay? Yeah. And that's Kamala Harris. Northern Finlander, is that who said this? I kind of split the chats up in a weird way. I should undo that later. A woman told me once she would never vote for a woman because of the hormone changes. Didn't think she should be in charge of the nuclear arsenal. Oh, interesting. Johnny, look what happened to the UK when we had a female prime minister a few years back. Didn't last 5 minutes. That is funny. You're not wrong. All right. I'd vote for a bitch as president as long as she didn't suck Willie Brown's Little Willie for her prosecutor position in California. I know nothing about that, Paul Steve. I'm who this guy is talking about, and he's got it all backwards. It's the same show. Didn't think she should be in charge of a nuclear arsenal. If I was an American, I'd vote for Dr. Stein. Just saying, not my business. Who's Dr. Stein?
We could line all those guys up and shoot them. They clearly don't understand the way the world works. Did I say that? Scratch that from the recording. I don't want the deans hearing that I said that.
Oh, you don't want the dean hearing that you said that. Scratch that from the recording. Did I say that? We could line them all up and shoot them. They don't understand how the world works. Okay. Okay. Did I say that? Yeah. Yeah, you did. One more time. One more time for everybody in the cheap seats.
Those guys up and shoot them. They clearly don't understand the way the world works. Did I say that? Scratch that from the recording.
Oh. And then, a couple weeks later, I come to find her picture on a half-gallon of moo juice. Or a half-gallon of milk. You cannot imagine how difficult it is to polish the one-eyed golfer while driving 60 miles an hour in an 18-wheeler holding a half gallon of moo juice. Never thought missing girls could be so sexy. Did I say that out loud? It's that moment in real life. Like, we could line all those guys up and shoot them. Did I just say that? Can we not record that? I don't want to strike that from the recording. I don't want to be held accountable for the things I say to impressionable youths about people that we can do away with. Dear Butch, I will form my own opinion, you fat fuck. Oh, wow. Wow, he is awful. Breathing into the mic bothers me too. Well, you'd be breathing into the mic too if you were huffing and puffing back and forth going, and these goddamn people are going to vote against a woman because they think women are stupid. And if we know anything, it is not that...
I don't want the deans...
It's not that Kamala Harris is incompetent. It's that she's intelligent and just hasn't been able to shine. She's a peacock. You got to let her fly.
Because they don't think females are smart enough to be president. We could line all those guys up and shoot them. They clearly don't understand the way the world works. Did I say that? Scratch that from the recording. I don't want the deans hearing that I said that.
Notice at no point does he retract what he actually said. At no point does he go, hey, I didn't really, like, I kind of got off on, I was feeling myself and I didn't mean to, scratch that from the recording. And thank you, SS Stern, for the Dizzy Bird sticker and the 100 bits. I appreciate all the support we had. We had a level 2 hype train earlier on Twitch. Thank you for that support on Twitch. All of the Twitch support gets figured in the day after. All of the support on Rumble and YouTube gets figured in and we get a buyout. We're going to have a buyout from YouTube that looks like it'll get, like, I think a whole week. And then looks like we're going to get another day from Rumble here pretty soon. So thank you very much. I have 3 burns left to do. Because I have 1 for the hype train and 2 for the $20 we got earlier. Please, implore you, come get me. Just know I won't go quietly, says Hobo Chili. He's wearing comfortable shoes. Is he? What the hell? Well, what I meant to was, we should, with knowledge and logic. Oh, we shoot him with knowledge and logic. Okay. Imagine if a black guy became president, says King Kong Don. I'll link it, though. First line says it all. No, he doesn't know how the world works. I feel like this is going to be a problem. Le Monde, cookie settings, reject all. There we go. Willie Brown, the maker of Democratic Kings and Queens. A key figure in California politics, the former mayor of San Francisco launched the political career of Kamala Harris, with whom he had a brief relationship. At 90 years of age, the veteran mayor is taking a back seat so as not to hinder the Democratic candidate's campaign. Ever since Kamala Harris took over the reins of the Democratic campaign for the November presidential election in the United States, Republicans have only been too happy to bring up Willie Brown back in the spotlight. The former mayor of San Francisco was the candidate's mentor and partner for a brief time in the mid-90s. She was 29, he was 60. The age difference, according to Donald Trump supporters, illustrates the ambition that consumes the woman who became the first female president, who could become, the first female president of the United States. At his press conference at Mar-a-Lago, Florida on August 8th, Trump didn't fail to exploit this detail that is almost 30 years in the past. Right, yeah. How dare Trump bring up a detail that's almost 30 years in the past? I mean, it's not like you guys keep talking to him about stuff he's done in his past at all, ever. Oh, so that's hypocritical. I don't care about the rest of that, and I don't care about Willie Brown. I don't want Kamala to be president because I don't like her, literally. Yeah, but we've got a thing about Lieutenant Dan in Florida, so we'll talk about that. And where is our next story? We're on the university thing. All right, so that's the professor video we covered. Boom, close that. And all right, so yeah. My issue with that, literally, is that he's advocating anyone could be done away with and our world would be fine with it. Remember, we used to teach that the Nazis were bad because they had that kind of logic. Like, oh, we can do away with these people. They're evil. I thought that was bad. Saint Caesar at Deer, but she's been black, she's been Indian, she's been white too. Hey, man, you're flexible. Hobo chili recipe 10-4. 10-4 to what? Keep your hands at your sides, please, Hobo. What the heck is going on? Lexi doesn't seem happy. I don't know what's... Sam Show, how dare he bring up how she's only in this because she's... I hope it's not true. Spy Pigeon, Nazis are bad unless they are the Ukrainian military. Well, here's $600 billion. Right? How do we not talk about that more? The three faces of Kamala. Racially fluid, says Lexi. Imagine how free the world would be. I get handsy with the ladies or the fellas, says Hobo Chili Recipe. See, he's an equal opportunity groper. Let's get back to the Rumble chat. I was going to use, wait a minute. Whoa. Like Wesley Snipes black or Wayne Brady black? I prefer the only one with a beard in prefer to be the only one with a beard in bed. Drop him into New Orleans jail for 3 days. He'll learn how the real world works real fast. Dude, Wesley Snipes, Black Wolf be fucking awesome, says King Kong Dong. Do you mean Beowulf? I don't know what you mean. All right. Always bet on black. LOL, if he looks like Jesus. All right. That's fair. I know one house you should avoid in central Minnesota. Okay. He's not going to chase down anyone for the wall. He gets out of breath walking around the classroom. I can smell this professor's... Whoa. Though, to be fair, it could also be... Oh, Landers. If anything, he's going up against the wall for speaking that... Oh, Jesus. Jesus, Sam Show. 09 Canyon, tell me more. I like doing the opposite of what I should. I was just going to use the 7.62, but oh, wow. We know what a Chris Rock presidential campaign... We know what a Chris Rock presidential campaign would go. I'll take it. Watch it. I don't want to end up kissing King Cole over here. What the fuck? Cum Sooms. Oh, that timing was horrible. Wilmer Autotech, thank you for the bit, the 100 bits, and thank you, Wild Saffron, for writing Cum Sooms. JB Contrarian, I'll be solo in Minnesota. It's not cheating in different zip codes. Whoa, yeah, it's still cheating. Good to know that I can walk across the bridge and be guilt-free, says 09 Canyon. Just one life. It's too many, Johnny. And the rule used to be different area codes. What about Jesus? He's just, wow. Johnny, we're saying Wesley Snipes would be an amazing president. All right, King Kong Dong. Don't sass me or I'll take you over my knee, says JB Contrarian. Well, that promises. Who am I kissing, asks King Kong. Why are we kissing anybody? What is kissing happening for? Okay, why? I ask you why. Let's roll this all the way back up to the top. Didn't I put my links in here at some point? And I guess I didn't. Yeah, I did not pin this message. And I want to. So hide it there. All right, so there are those. If people want to support that, get all the way back down. Let's catch back up with the Rumble or the Twitch and the YouTube chats, and then get going with our stories. Imagine if a black guy became president. Didn't we have that? He's 90 now.
Brother, you got a beautiful cock.
You got a beautiful cock, baby.
Thank you, Was Fill Some Holes, for the 50 bits and the sticker. All right, he's wearing comfortable shoes. Yep. Love your haircut. It is what it is. Now my chat caught up. All right, there we go. I get handsy with lazy fellas. 600 billion seems low. Headbutt the like button. I don't recommend it. I mean, I do have a broad forehead. I could get in there. I could get it, but I wouldn't recommend it. You know what I mean? What are you going to do about that? I'm shopping around a screenplay. It's called Up in the Clouds. It's about a wannabe radio... Okay, all right, God. Can you imagine the word he's afraid of? Who's afraid of a word? Douglas W. Are egg chairs hard to clean? No, it's the fact that it's leaning and it creaks and it's in trouble. Want a cameo. I don't know what R.I. God and Douglas W. are up to, but actually, you know what? Actually, looking at the icon thing, I can already guess that Douglas W. can just go. So we'll just go ahead and remove him. Sam Show, it's in trouble. Did you put it in the corner? No. It creaks too much and it leans too much, and so I want to try fixing it one more time, and then I don't know. Joe Ducky, it does look. I'm not really happy with the haircut. It wasn't a choice. It didn't go well, in my opinion. But sometimes that happens. Out of context, cum shot, says Landers. Oh damn! Just straight to home. What? If Wesley Snipes was actually Blade, I'd consider voting for him. Well, it's after. For the record, I am not kissing any of you. JB Contrarian, you're lost. And then King Kong Dong saying, LOL, damn, just straight to home. Oh. Okay. In the words of Klaus Schwab, you'll get nothing. Alrighty. Nobody is getting any younger. Does he? It's Jizza. Oh, Jesus, King Kong Dong. Sam Show, shave it off. What? No. Waiver, did Johnny get drafted? No, I explained the kind of haircut I wanted, and the lady kind of effed it up. So, it happens. Hair grows back. You can always turn the egg chair into a chamber pot. Riding dirty llama, that's gross. It's remarkably gross. All right, God, how old is Johnny? There's a good question. Waiver saying, looks great, sir. I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree. Johnny has a black dude haircut. Oh. Johnny got drafted to a mechanized unit. That would be cool, Hobo Chili Recipe. That would actually be cool. By my calculation, Benjamin Button is just a sperm now. Actually, if we're talking in reality, Benjamin Button at this point wouldn't even exist. Johnny is 24, says Sam Show. That's a guess. That is one person's guess. Well, you would never have to worry about getting up and going to the bathroom in the middle of the stream anymore. LOL. I don't have to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the stream very often, particularly my show, because I know when I'm about to start and I know how long I'm going to go, and I make sure to go to the bathroom right beforehand. However, most of the time during Aaron's show, I'm good. This last time, I was like, we're going to do an extra half hour. My guts were like, we've been holding as long as we can. And I'm like, we'll just go. We'll just go. You go ahead and do this. I've got a thing to do. And then it was just blowing wind out of my ass for like an hour. I thought Toe was like 45. No, he's 35, 36. I don't know. 35? You look like a Nazi youth, Johnny. I wish. I just lost 5 pounds on that on the pot, says King Kong Dong. My movie is titled Broken Hearts, Broken Eggs, and Broken Baldo, a Minnesota story. Weird. Where is it, Johnny? Before Spy Pigeon. I always thought Johnny was like 26, most 30. I thought Toe was like 45. Did you take your shirt off, says Sam Show. Mostly Dutch, says Hobo Chili Recipe. Sam Show saying he's 38. I'm his age, and we have nothing in common, says R.I. God. The Pac-Man game turned 44 today. Interesting. Comb it forward, slick it down. Try for the 90s white R&B singer hairdo. Nah. Johnny is like 39 to 42, says Lexi. Wow, will be 30 soon. Johnny, what music are you into? That's not really time for that. Or wait, it's 20. WoW will be 30 soon. No, WoW will be 20. WoW is going to be 20 in a couple of weeks. Aaron is 35, but his hair is 65. I have no idea. The no diggity cut. I mean, it just, again, the haircut, if you're just joining us, did not go at all the way I wanted it to. And I was very clear that I wasn't happy about it. But what are you going to do? Johnny is an old man like me, says Landers. What? Where was you in September 1939, asks Landers. I wasn't alive. I'm the baby here. I'm 31, says King Kong Dong. I'm old, 87 years young, says JB Contreras. That, I hope, isn't true, because that's ridiculously old to be in this chat. Johnny's an old man like me, says Landers. Rusty Grammar, I'm 33. Phew, someone older than me, says Wild Saffron. All right. Jeff Pesos, I really do enjoy the name. That is, it's a good one. I love that I had to point it out to Aaron, too, because he couldn't read it. He thought they were Japanese symbols. It's like, these Japanese symbols, and maybe they are, but it's just like fucking, it doesn't look bad on you, Johnny, but I understand that you don't like it, says Shia. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look horrible. The thing I explained to the lady is the line where we go towards the skin was way too high. It was supposed to be down past the ear line so it looks better in the front, and it's shorter in the back to help me like cool off, because heat management is a thing. Hobo Chili Recipe, dink letters. Oh, is that did I just say a slur? I hope not. Amanda Hug and Kiss, I'm 60. Oh, I don't know if we should be outing our ages. Alrighty, make the most of the haircut, own it, and make like anyone who does like it has no taste. If nothing else, it's the latest style. Oh yeah, the latest style of oops. Here's why I can't do that. Because I literally explained to the lady when she fucked it up while she was fucking it up. I'm like, that's too high. That's way too high for the shave line. And she's like, oh, and then as she trimmed it up, she pushed that line up, like in that area up as she like did everything else. And I'm like, It's not helping. Johnny said to the lady at Fantastic Sam's, give me the Woody from Toy Story. You look good, kid, says John Doe. Something tells me John Doe isn't being serious, and it's fine. Because, do I? Really? Red Dead Redemption is coming to PC at the end of the month. Wait for CJ to be modded into the game before it is out. Who the heck is CJ? Can we get some alone time with the chair, please, Johnny? Oh, so you just want me to wheel the chair in and get out of here? Nah. Alrighty. You looking for a private chat? Wait a minute. What? Landers? What is this, an AOL chat room now? I don't know why we're talking about that. Ain't no trash in text. I'm gonna. Okay. CJ is from San Andreas. Don't buy that crap. It's just a port. I worked for Rockstar from 2006 to 2015. Bowl cut worked for me as a wee lad. It's not even a bowl cut, dude. It's not even a fucking bowl cut. Ugh. It's supposed to be fucking shorter in the front, and yeah, fucking whatever. I don't give a shit. Let's take this back to the 90s. Age ASL. Oh no, Jeff Pesos. I was city advisor on GTA 4 and did NPC dialogue on GTA 5 and RDR1. Well, R.I. God, aren't you awesome? Mr. Q, you could always get yourself a beanie like Tim Pool. I mean, I could have kept a hat on. Is Johnny not on Kick? Numero uno, Josh Denny fan. No, people keep telling me to do Kick, and I probably should. After all, it doesn't Kino Casino survive entirely on Kick? I should probably get working on that. Whatever happened to GTA 6 ever since the leak? The leak, Rockstar's been quiet, too quiet. We were emulating it, and it sucked, said Sam Show. Yeah, boy. Ugh. The new edition miniseries said that Bobby Brown's Gumby cut was a mistake, and the barber made, but he pretended it was on purpose and made it work. Okay. Isolino. I don't know what that is, John Doe. GTA 6 is massively woke. That sucks. Kick, is that for cheat? No, it's Kick. Yeah, Kino is on Kick exclusively. Besides Clips and the Toe Man is on Kick also. Cool. GTA 6, if you watch The Place Beyond the Peonies, GTA 6 is based on that. The hair looks good, just makes me think the new love interest is a sister. There's no new love interest. I keep kind of pointing this out. There's no new love interest. I mean, there's a lady I am interested in. I don't know how that's going to go, but she's not a sister, and that wasn't who I was hanging out with yesterday, and she's not a sister, so she likes World of Warcraft. Name a black lady you know that does that. Can the guy that worked at Rockstar, if Bully 2 was far in development before it got canceled? Oh, dude, you shouldn't have admit. All right, God, you shouldn't have done that. Now Saint Caesar's gonna be like, by the way, Saint Caesar, please don't use my chat to crosstalk with all right, God. Like, figure out YouTube at that point and message him. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, I gotta stop the show because Saint Caesar wants to know a weird, obscure question about a video game. The world of hobo chili recipe. I don't know what you're talking about. That is wholly insensitive. Oh. All right, we're almost halfway through the second hour, so we really need to get moving here because I have to do actual stuff. I've got a thing going on. just gonna. They let go me, Leslie, all the original guys. Laszlo is gone. Not Laszlo. Got Quake, don't need no ding-dang GTA 6. I don't know if Quake and GTA 6 are on the same level in terms of a game. God damn it, GTA 5 is still running things. Ruining things. No, again, Book of Toe, there's no girlfriend. There's no girlfriend. Like we said in the beginning of this, not only is there no girlfriend, your whole he's got a girlfriend or he's seeing a lady thing, like, joke, really, some people did not take it as a joke. Alonzo Stink. Okay. Yo, Johnny, I like the new cut. Again, I don't. What's Quake, says Spy Pigeon. Quake was a really good game back in the day. Did it have a story mode? I don't remember. But it got, like, its pinnacle moment was when it became Quake 3 Arena. At least that's what I remember. And then it came back with the whole hero shooter genre. Quake came back, and I guess it's still going. Johnny, have you played Starfield? Yeah. Quake 2 was dope. I liked Quake 3 Arena, like I said. I liked Quake 3 Arena. Quake equals the granddaddy of all first-person shooters, says Sam Show. Okay. But yeah, but Quake now, like, is a straight hero shooter. Did you like Unreal? Unreal was okay. Johnny, you ever played Echo the Dolphin? I have. Let's just do video game questions all day. Sure. On October 9th, you were what? I don't care about that. All right, I don't need any of those. How about Leisure Suit Larry? Well, now that what? Well, now that what's the new hot game? Shouldn't ask me. I'm waiting. I'm playing World of Warcraft with my friends. I'm playing Baldur's Gate with a friend when I have some time. And the game I'm waiting for is Mech Warrior 5 Clans, coming out next week. Next week, Mech Warrior 5 Clans. I'm very excited for it. A story-driven Mech Warrior game, not a multiplayer-driven one. All right, so let's get to this next story because we're almost halfway through the... Do you ever play Classic WoW? No. I tried. Oregon Trail was great. I kept getting diarrhea and dying from dysentery. Johnny, ever played the OG GoldenEye? Fuck yeah, I love the OG GoldenEye. They did like a port re-release, and I have it on my Xbox. I'm hyped for Black Ops 6. You get movement like in Max Payne. Interesting. Not enough to make me play it. But that's how you make girls in gaming cool. What, you give them dysentery? Ew. Girls in gaming are cool if they're shitting themselves? That is fucked up. That is fucked up. But yeah, so as I was saying, I enjoyed the Just Cause series of games. It's not bad. Have you ever played Pong? Nah. What did they say about walls and the WoW's connection? Yeah, somebody implied there was. I'll have to look at it. Doom was just being difficult by not letting us rocket jump in the new games. Johnny, when we doing a play along? Of what? What would I play along with? I don't think anybody really wants... Walls isn't really playing WoW, says Alright God. I don't think so. No, somebody said there was a Walls thing. I don't know. I meant to say that's how you meet girls in gaming. I was still not sure. Alex Jones' game should have got Game of the Year was robbed by Baldur's Gate 3. I don't agree with that at all. Baldur's Gate is way better than that game. He talks while a dude plays WoW. Oh, really? Well, fuck that. All right, it's going to be like 420 somewhere. I imagine it's 320. We have, what, 3 controlled burns left to do, and I've got that over there. So we'll do that in a minute. Then we're going to go to this video. Trans Families for Harris. Yes, that's a real thing. And a supporter of it is going to talk about how happy he is that his son started to identify as a girl thanks to the notice of a 2nd grade teacher. I have so many problems with that statement. I have so many problems with that statement. It hurts me to actually say it. That's why I don't want to repeat it. And that's why I said it before I do this hit, because this will make me feel better. I've got 3 burns to do. Come on, click over, clock. I'm going to do this on the 20. The 10-yard line. Is this the Jack Murphy video? I don't think so. I don't think so. There we go. I almost picked an internship at Red Storm forever ago. I'm not a programmer, right? All right, well, interesting. Anyways, awesome. Love talking about game stuff. But Matt Walsh, this is a thing. Dude. Ooh, look at Eternal. We're going to take it vertical. No rocket jump. Somebody said something about, I don't know if this was, at any rate, would you all right, Alonzo, you're all right. I can't believe they got The Witcher 3 on the Switch natively. That is impressive. All right, I have no idea. No idea if that's impressive or not. We'll go to this. Matt Walsh shared this. That
Jeff
shouldn't be surprising. Supposedly, this person is the part of or the Trans People for Harris organization. Let's find out what this is.
And I live just outside of St. Louis, Missouri. And my wife and I, we have an 11-year-old trans daughter.
And I don't regret saying that at all. As a man who is balding, has a weird hop in the van beard, and obviously is working out because excessively, because it's the only way to get any form of masculinity in or out of my system. Because other than that, I just dream about plowing man ass and, sucking off dudes. What can I say? I want to be a woman so bad, I pushed it on my son, who's now my daughter. There's nothing else I can do about it. I have a problem with you saying your 11-year-old trans daughter, because my daughter is 6, and, look. If you told me if you could prove we'd be able to rewind time and undo all the damage that could happen from it, I'd be willing to bet you any amount of money that I could convince her she wants to be a boy. Why? Because she's 6 years old. And she wants to make me happy. I don't like it when the adults are the ones telling the kids, you're supposed to be a boy, you're supposed to be a girl, because again, I don't believe it. Sam Show saying he definitely does. All right.
And it's important to understand some of the issues that we deal with in such a red state. I've been lucky enough to travel to some blue states and talk to the people there. And those who are in blue states are always surprised by the stories that people from red states tell. And there are 2 big issues that I just wanted to touch on tonight. One,
wrong choice of words. Issues you want to touch on. When we're talking about kids in any regard, I'd avoid that phrase. But you want to touch on some issues with trans kids. If I hear anything about how it's so detrimental to not endorse trans surgeries and drugs and things like that, I am going to lose my shit, because then you're willfully ignoring that in the case of these people injuring themselves, oftentimes the trans shit doesn't fucking change anything. They're just as messed up at the end of it all. But nobody wants to talk about that.
One is an important thing happened to my daughter. We've always known that our daughter, ever since she was born, she was always who she was. And so
Who the fuck is that person? Who the fuck is that person? Why did we randomly go to grandma? Can somebody explain that? Ever since she was born, we've always known who she was. You know, when she was laying in her bassinet looking up at me, I'm like, yeah, even though you've got a penis, you want to be a girl. I can see it in your eyes right now. Really? Was this his daughter? No, it was his son. Was that his daughter? Yeah, it's her in the future looking back going, I knew I was supposed to be a boy and you pushed it on me. I honestly, I want to, like, no joke, realistically, I want to know, how did you know when your daughter was born, excuse me, how did you know when your son was born that your son wanted to be your daughter? This is something I tell a lot of people with the whole, like, it's a living conscious being. I'm like, you don't know what a body automatic, like, response reflex thing is then. Because, no, it's a living being-ish. There's a lot of unconsciousness in that being. So the idea that a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, fuck, even a 3-year-old, children 3 and under have no idea what gender even fucking is. This is, again, parental projection. We have a serious problem with super coddled beta male bitches like this doing parental projection onto their children, and it's going to really have a problem down the line. All right. Fallen the Great saying, so Johnny, about your haircut, did you go to the beauty college, get in a fight with a lawnmower? Looks like the old lady that makes TikToks where she just randomly coughs at her phone. All right.
So it didn't come to a surprise for us.
Jeff Peso saying this guy failed as a man and as a father. Beta!
To find out when she chose to start using she, her pronouns. But the reason she chose she, her pronouns was because of her second grade teacher. And when
the reason she chose she, her pronouns was because of her second grade teacher. I mean, this is something we knew, and no way something we have passively or subconsciously forced upon her. Her mother hasn't, just kind of gotten sad looking at girls' clothing. We haven't done anything to push this forward. She doesn't see a super soft, simpy male dude in the house and totally go, hey, you know what? I want to be a woman. And thank God her second grade teacher, who is in no means in any way qualified to do this, also encouraged her to use she, her pronouns. And when she did, again, as a guy who, from the moment she was born, saw that he wanted to be a she, fucking Jesus. I was just about to give you the benefit of the doubt when you started with the whole, when she chose to switch to she, her pronouns. I was like, okay, she chose, interesting, but then, because her teacher. Alonzo Shark saying, Johnny could beat the piss out of this doofus. Maybe, dude paused for you to sip. Johnny, read my jokes, says Fallen the Great. Fallen the Great, which joke? When I was 7, I thought gender was what you called a female with downs. Gender. Thank you. I'm so glad I read your joke.
we limit our
Now pay me $2. Jesus Christ, that hurt. All right, I'm 6'1" and have all my original teeth and never needed braces, just saying, says JB Contrarian. What? Why are people offering to knock up people? Jesus Christ. She should have used... Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, she got fat. Always had nice thin ankles. What the heck are we talking about? Yeah, last I saw, single, 2 kids, no daddy, and lib as fucks. I've knocked up 3 chicks. One, okay. One had... Oh, God. And the other one I married. Well, there you go. Not gonna lie, there was a time when I was really tempted to just find a man who was tall with good teeth and try my luck because I wanted to be a mom, but I didn't because I knew it was wrong. JB immediately replies, I'm 6'1", have all my original teeth, and never needed braces, just saying. Chevy JB, what do you think your odds are of getting laid? Better than mine are of getting laid yesterday, because that wasn't ever going to happen. We still can't get away from that one. JB volunteers, LOL. Have kids because you can make them happy and have a good life, not expecting them to make you happy. I'm no part of that conversation, says Wild Saffron. Johnny got good teeth and able to knock that bitch up. I wouldn't say I have good teeth. Mine, I actually should look into that Invisalign stuff. Fuck yeah, home run, fall in the crate. Fallen, you can't compliment yourself for your joke. One, okay, and one had, oh God. All right, yep, all right, let's just get going with the video.
Teachers, access to our kids, which they spend more time with our children than we do as parents.
Fuck you, and fuck you again. They spend more time with our children than we do as parents. They spend more time with your children, but they spend more time with multiple children. Your teachers should never understand your children better than you do. If they do, you failed as a parent, because you should be observing and participating in your children's lives more than enough to equal the amount of time. Again, one teacher to, say, 20, 30 kids, there's no way they should get the one-on-one time that two parents share with even 3 or 4 children? Really? Sam Show, he can compliment his own joke. I just saw him do it. I can compliment my own joke. I just saw him do it. I said, hey, look at my joke. It was a great joke.
When we limit that access, when we limit what they can do and how they can help our kids grow, I can only imagine the hurt and the struggles that some of these kids are going to end up going through. A lot of these kids don't get to go home to a welcoming household, welcoming parents, or a welcoming family or community, and they're welcomed at school by their teachers.
A lot of these kids are going home to homes where they have other issues, mental issues. They're dealing with stuff, difficult family issues. And so when a teacher provides a reason for a person, especially a person approaching or entering puberty, for why you feel out of place, why you feel out of shape, why you feel wrong. There was literally, I have to apologize. I'm about to nerd out really, really hard. And so for that, we're going to go to main camera. There was an episode of a show called Star Trek Voyager. Where either to stay young or to somehow support their species, these group of aliens would sucker other aliens to their planet and tell them that they were lost descendants, right? And one of the people in the episode, a guy playing a character by the name of Harry Kim. Yes, he was Asian. Really? Can you tell? Harry Kim, who always shaved, Started out as hairless Kim, but then puberty. If there's Harry on the Kim, play ball. No, but Harry Kim even says, he's like, oh, when I grew up, I always dreamed there was something about me that made me different or made me special. Like I had really, really powerful hands, or like he talks about, and literally that's something that everyone goes through. They go through a phase. Every person goes through a phase where they want to feel different, where they want to feel unique. They go through a phase where they're like, I want something to explain this out-of-place feeling that I have. And you know what that out-of-place feeling is? It's your body constantly shifting and changing. And 9 times out of 10, if you just ride that out, you'll have absolutely no problems and you'll be totally fine. But if we fucking dick with it and we give people easy outs along the way, they'll take them. And when it fucks them up, are you going to take responsibility for that? I'll tell you who won't. The 2nd grade teacher. Mrs. Thomas on Diddle Fuck Me Drive in Georgia is not going to take any responsibility for fucking up your son or daughter. Will you? Maybe. I should hope so. Especially since you saw it the moment they... Fucking Jesus. By the end of my show, sir, I want your man card. Mr. Clean Cheese Pizza looking.
If we allow red states to continue to limit access that teachers have to our kids, my own child would still be struggling to find their identity. But because
we gave her an easy out when none of her problems are solved. Like, I don't have the time and the resources to follow your kid's effing life, but I wish I had a way to do that. Because I would like a notification to go off the minute something bad, like, you know, your daughter hurts herself or something happens, so I can go, gee, how did that whole transitioning thing work out? Amanda Hugginkiss, fun fact, Harry Kim never got promoted in rank on the show. True. Very true. Oh, God. Rexstar, but what about when Paris and Janeway transitioned into salamanders and fucked? They didn't transition into salamanders. They evolved into salamanders because they engaged a transwarp without the appropriate, like, shields and stuff to protect them from the effects of moving faster than light, which causes a massive time dilation, and in the course of this causes them to super evolve into salamanders. Salamanders. Johnny, don't say you want to follow kids. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I want updates on how this kid does, because I'm worried for how this kid will do, because this son of a bitch over here is like, oh, since they were born. No, you didn't. You did not see that since they were born. You're either lying to me, yourself, both of us, or you pushed this on that kid then.
A 2nd grade teacher that stepped up and let her know, you decide who you want to be. It's not about what your parents say or your grandparents say. You know you. So from this moment forth, in this school,
dude, go fuck yourself. You know you. At 11 years old, I'm 40, 42. I don't know me. I'm still learning me. Largely due to some arrested development, but that's not the point. The point is, an 11-year-old doesn't know who they are. They're still figuring that out. Smoke out prods. All right, I guess. Freeze frame. All right. The kid doesn't do what this kid doesn't do what this kid does for this kid. This kid does what this kid does because this kid is this kid. I don't believe that. I won't go to family reunions if it's true. What? All right.
Who do you want to be? And in 2nd grade, my daughter chose she, her. And the entire school has been using she, her now. She's now in 5th grade. And so there's an important aspect that's overlooked in red states, the limit that teachers have. So that's a big thing. And then secondly, obviously, the biggest is our lack of health care. My daughter is now 11, and we have our very first appointment for our gender affirming care.
Oh, God, no. Again. Numero uno, Johnny, when are we doing music talk? That was on Mikey's show. That's not happening here. I was laughing at him really, really hard. He had a right to feel disrespected. I have no idea what we're talking about. I can't even keep going with this now. I'm sorry. I'm backing out of this. You're doing gender affirming care. Look, that's not fixable. Okay? That's not fixable. Down this path, you have to realize you have to be 110% sure. Okay? Because if you're not, your child has every right to approach you later and call you a son of a bitch for pushing the home. Okay? All right. So music talk is out of the question. It's just not relevant. King Kong, no, fuck this guy. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done too. I hate this man. He just said that. Yep. We just ended that bit because he said that. Like that whole bit. I'm not. You fucking. Oh, 5th grade, 11 years old. I sincerely hope you're right, sir, because if not, and you go down that road, let me tell you, if your daughter grows up and realizes they're an Uber dude and they can never fix that problem, yeah. Although they're a lot less likely to think they have a problem to fix if you neuter them that young. Don't even know what that is. If the guy was in Russia, he would be in the gulag. Wow, Spy Pigeon. Jesus. JB contrarian before that they were. Oh, wow. He wants the government, I think he means, to pay for it. It's in the Constitution. Again, gender affirming care. I don't think there should be such a thing, personally. So we have a video that we'll go to next. Our next video is about people being interviewed in the Michigan swing state to discuss Vance's Ohio upbringing. We have a couple of pieces about Tim Walz. But I guess a lot of people are saying J.D. Vance's Midwestern roots can help former President Donald Trump win Rust Belt battlegrounds like Michigan. But the thing that makes me wonder about that is, doesn't Walz have the same Midwestern roots? Okay. Wait a minute. I can vouch it sucks here, and it's hard to get ahead. The fact it became so successful is a testament. I mean, I don't know. Not the same, says SS Third. I don't know. Well, either way, we've got people interviewing, so they'll tell you what they think. I wonder, does it help? I don't know. A lot of interesting conversation happening in the chat. That topic got them talking. Good to know for future reference. We are going for another hour and 45 minutes. If you're just joining us, we've covered a couple of things. We're getting into our third story, so we really need to get moving because we're almost into the second hour. We haven't gotten halfway through the first hour of stories. Johnny, why do you want Elon Musk in control of your country, says numero uno Josh Denny. Elon Musk in control of my country? Was Elon Musk running for president? Are you saying Elon Musk will be in control if Trump wins? Well, then by that very logic, do you rather Elon Musk in control of your country, or would you rather the CIA, the military-industrial complex, and everybody that's been pushing Biden to do everything he's done and continued pushing us down the path we've gone down? Just again, I mean, I don't know. Again, Elon Musk, that's a new one. I've heard a lot of conspiracy. I don't think a whole lot's going to change regardless of who we put in, but Elon is a comic book villain. Okay. Then by that definition, how is the Biden administration, Kamala Harris, and Tim Walz not a comic book villain? Tim Walz legitimately destroyed small businesses, and the Harris administration locked up American citizens. So, hey, kids, good to see you. Hey, Digger, good to see you. Nice haircut. Well, thank you. I appreciate that compliment. That's how we're taking that. I appreciate that compliment. Good to see you, Digger. You're not wrong. What? JB Contrarian, gay for pay is a pain in the ass way to make a living. Digger saying, hi, folks. I hate the word Nebraska. It sounds awful and leaves a gross, staticky feeling. All right. Okay. Wyoming sounds pretty gay, says Landers. Musk can't be president. Calm down. Yeah, I don't think Musk will be president. I don't think Elon Musk will be president. You know what I see Elon Musk as more than anything? A shit stirrer. You know what I think he would take control of, if anything? Another planet. I view like Elon Musk being the first person to be like, I'm going to be in charge of Mars. Just because he's going to find a way there. Otherwise, if we're on a flat disk and whatever, he's part of the problem. I don't know. Either way, if you want, this comes down to the same thing as the whole Biden-Trump thing. If you think this one's bad, I can tell you that one's already worse. So Elon has the planet surrounded with satellites. What do you think his true capabilities and intentions are? I don't know, numero uno, Josh Jenny fan. What do you think the unknown, unnamed people that are puppeting Kamala Harris intentions are? Do you think they don't have satellites? Oh, they do. They just used NASA to launch all of them. Again, like, you want to make it sound like Elon Musk is this horrible bad guy. You know what? There's like 70 different Elon Musks behind the Harris-Walz administration. Do you really think that chick is capable of running anything? She's been a puppet the whole time. Mikey Two Mugs, he literally can't be. Not eligible. Well, he can't be president here, but he could be president of Mars. Elon is an overpowered, insane person. So are the dark forces working behind the Liberal Party, puppeting Kamala Harris. Again, so you're saying instead of the devil I know, I should pick the one that I don't, and I should pick their mouthpiece, or should I just not vote in general? I don't know. Again, you can't. I'm not saying you're not right. I'm saying. I do not feel great about that. I gotta be honest. Like I said, it's just the world is anti-Musk. America is cucked for him. I don't get why. Again, I wasn't thinking. You're the one who brought Elon Musk into this. I was saying I was supporting Donald Trump, and you're the one who made that about supporting Elon Musk. I don't give two shits about Elon Musk. You do. And you're the one insisting that supporting Trump is supporting Elon Musk. And I'm simply saying, if you're right about that, that is literally then no different than supporting Kamala Harris. Supporting Kamala Harris and Tim Walz is supporting the military-industrial complex, the CIA, and all of the shadow operatives that use the office of the president as a complete puppet to do their own personal agenda shit. That's exactly the same then. So governors should only have the state-born people running because Walz came from Nebraska to fuck us. Walz came from China to fuck us. That's where they turned him. All right. Anyways, let's go to people talking about Vance and not Trump. Let's see. Do we have to reload this to get it to play? I hope not. Come on now. You said it was a video and now you won't. Okay.
Cheer 100 spot on Johnny.
Spot on, Johnny. Right? All right. Hey guys, it's hard to watch your video when your video doesn't play. You fucking dicks. This is supposed to be a 5.5 minute clip and I can't play it because the video doesn't actually play. Why does this not work? So we can't even do it? All of that, we can't even do it. Fine. Fuck it. You don't want to work with me? Then you're gone. You're done. Goodbye. We have another video to play.
Millions of people are dealing with a
Hold on. Calm your fucking tits. Trump is a useful idiot. Very easy to play him. Obvious to most people in the world. Right? Because they suckered him into that war with Iran. God damn it. Fuck you, Fox, and pushing this shit forward. Let me do my fucking stuff on my time. Again, numero uno Josh Denny fan. Let's say you're entirely right. How is Kamala Harris not a useful idiot? In fact, I'll be right. You know what? Trump is a useful idiot because at least Trump's useful. Kamala Harris is just an idiot. The fact that she's a tool and a puppet and a complete mouthpiece for whoever's secretly running things behind her is completely obvious too. If you don't believe that, look at her ability to flip-flop on any opinion she's had ever. It's just, again, I'll agree with everything you're saying. I'm just saying, what is your supposed voting mean nothing? Mikey Two Mugs, voting means nothing. It's a placebo. The game is rigged and pre-planned. They will just manipulate the number to tell you what story they want. 81 million votes. Ring a bell. I have no idea. You might be right. You might be right. Well, I'd have to believe in wild conspiracy theories. That doesn't seem realistic to think that. Realistic to think what? Doesn't seem realistic to think what? If you think Trump is a complete puppet at the behest of Elon Musk, if you're telling me it doesn't seem realistic to think that Kamala Harris is a complete idiot that's at the behest of America sees conspiracy theory things that don't make sense from a wider worldview. What's the conspiracy now, though? That voting means nothing? Or who's the conspiracy now? I'm curious. Now I'm curious. Yes, come back to us, JB. One of us. One of us. Oh. That is interesting. Smoke out prods at waiver. Oh, I have. Hubba hubba. What? Check out Jill Stein. Interesting. Yeah. What's the wild conspiracy theory? Is there some shadowy cabal controlling the government? Trump was already president and did nothing to stop or expose it. So you need him again for what? It's not weird or shadowy. Again, it's the military-industrial complex. They kept pushing Trump to do stuff they didn't want to do. They got him out of office to replace him with Joe Biden. He's had 2 weird assassination attempts. The fact that they got rid of JFK, they put in, what was it, Lyndon B. Johnson, and that person started. Every person who's profited off of war has done just fine. Every person who's refused to fight has gotten kicked out of office. That's not a conspiracy theory. And I don't think it's a weird shadowy cabal. No, I think it's literally the people running the CIA, the NSA, a lot of people whose names we don't get to see. The dark money packs controlling. Again, you're telling me the lady that can't. All right, never mind. Hold on. But let's do these two clips. I'm just gonna let you sit there and keep going. Let's do this video before Fox loses their shit. So first off, here's everything going on in Florida. We'll play this quick, and then we'll get to a really fun clip.
Millions of people are dealing with a second deadly hurricane in 2 weeks. Yet politics are still in play. Florida was then preparing for Hurricane Milton and having to deal with the aftermath of Helene and helping out other states, as I was talking with Congressman Stubbe about. They were so prepared in Florida that they could help others once things started to clear in Helene. They were the first to get hit in that state, but the worst of it happened in North Carolina. Vice President Kamala Harris attacked Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Amid all that was going on, she began to claim that he would not take her call. The governor had plenty to say about that.
They put out a story saying I didn't even know she was trying to reach me, but she has no role in this process. And I've been dealing with these storms in Florida under both Trump and Biden. Neither of them ever politicized it. And in fact, all the storms I've dealt with under this administration, although I've worked well with the president, she has never called in Florida. She has never offered any support. So what she's doing is she's trying to inject herself into this because of her political campaign. So as the governor here who's leading this, I don't have time for those games. For her to try to say that my focus should be on catering to her rather than worrying about my own people just shows she doesn't understand what it means to respond to these natural disasters.
Look, you heard him talk about past presidents.
All right, I don't want to keep going there. Obviously, yeah, it's a bullshit thing. Well, America can hand Elon the keys to the world then. Hope it works out for everyone like me who doesn't get a say in it. We're not voting for Elon Musk. Again, this is your opinion that somehow Donald Trump is going to give everything over to Elon Musk. He's out doing NASA and other shit like, oh yeah, no, it's he has to win the election. This guy doing a press conference with the news about how he isn't making it into a political talking point. He's literally confronting the fact that what she said was wrong. See, there's no winning. Thank you for that, numero uno Josh Denny fan. Thank you for that. That's very telling. If he doesn't respond to her, see, he's ignoring her, blah, blah, blah. They don't care about this, that. No, I don't want this. Look, this isn't a political thing. This is a natural disaster. I have plenty of interactions with the presidents of administrations, including this one, at these natural disasters. She's never been involved with it until now. So if she's coming out saying we won't work with her now, it's because she's trying to inject herself in it. Right. All right. He shouldn't explain himself. Because that's, I gotta say, this new Musk development is disturbing, says Corndiff. I'd heard nothing about it until numero uno Josh Denny fan came in here talking about it. So if one guy on the internet said it's true, it must so be. Digger, YouTube didn't like this comment, LOLs. We just learned on my stream that FEMA was designed for everything except helping people. Pretty much. Our rolling hills and farmland is beautiful. I live in smaller towns. So okay. Once you get rid of a little base, it's literally flat. My sister-in-law lives in all right, there we go. I've enjoyed my time visiting Western. I don't seem to... allegedly, Michigan is beautiful except for... I love Philly, but that's because I'm an Eagles fan. Good for you, King Kong Dong. Kingston Ave is so true. All right. Saint Caesar, who is, I don't know, numero uno Josh Denny fan. Because apparently he's not, to be fair, Saint Caesar, he's not supporting Kamala. He's just objectively, or he's just actively disavowing Trump. Because apparently a vote for Trump is a vote for Elon. To give Elon Musk the keys. I mean, I don't know if you know this. If you don't want Elon Musk to get the keys, as you say, of America, then you better hope the current people in charge have some understanding of how to improve infrastructure, because NASA's failed with their spaceships and had to rely on Elon Musk. Natural disasters knock out our infrastructure, and we end up having to go to Starlink and Elon Musk. So if you're saying that, oh, Trump will fucking, really? Another hurricane season will put the keys in his hand at that point, then, if that's what you believe. So you better start praying for sunny days, my friend. Anyways, I don't want to keep going with that because it is largely political theater. But yes, let's get through this. Again, super intelligent Vice President Harris had a live broadcast where she chose to cover her mouth and talk to staff as opposed to muting her microphone, because that's how that works. When I do this, you can't hear me.
We really got to watch those areas and those communities. So it takes quite a while for that water to drain.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Ken, I have a question for you. You mentioned words matter, and I know there's a lot of media following this briefing. So there have been, we've gone from a Cat 5 to a Cat 4, and the language that a lot of folks have been using is downgrade. But it sounds like you're cautioning us that that may communicate a sense that the danger is lessened when in fact it's not. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I know a lot of folks are watching right now and would love to have your feedback on how we should be talking about this.
Yeah, we need
Already, we have sent more than 1,000 federal personnel to be on the ground in Florida to assist with what needs to happen in the state to prepare for this hurricane, and we will continue to scale up.
Glad we're getting ahead of this one. You want to do anything for the people in North Carolina, as opposed to just, impeding
to
local
the people
people?
of Florida, and in particular the people of the Tampa region, we urge you to take this storm seriously. As has been said before, this is a storm that is expected to be of historic proportion. And many of you, I know, are tough, and you've ridden out these hurricanes before. This one's going to be different. And so we ask you that by every measure, understand it's going to be more dangerous.
It looks like a dong over here.
And more catastrophic. So please listen to your local officials. They know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing.
Do they? They were elected by the local people. So the people were smart enough to elect these people, but they're not smart enough to know what they're doing themselves. Got it.
And if you are told to evacuate, please evacuate immediately. Do not
Just my bowels, or do I get to do the balls too?
wait until it is too late. And in the hours and days ahead, President Biden and I and our administration will continue to do everything we can to protect the people who have been in the path of this storm. And once the storm has passed, we will be there to help folks recover and rebuild.
We will be there to help folks recover and rebuild. Again, I give you, North Carolina and like Tennessee and shit. You guys really aren't helping them recover and rebuild. And it's a live broadcast. Yeah.
How did killing get on the curriculum?
Jesus Christ. Again, you guys need to stop doing this. It should be illegal to force that shit on other people like that. All right, so we're going to go look at some flooding in a neighborhood in Tampa, Florida for our next video. We have an hour and a half left in the show. Spy Pigeon. Yes, rebuild more lithium mines and quartz mines. Lying, she never goes over there, says Jesse ESP. Oh, and that's the other thing, numero uno, just any fan. What? It's so obvious. Where would Trump be without Elon? Elon's so into Trump. Yeah, because Elon's been anti-establishment, but regardless of whether or not Elon's into Trump, I can easily answer that. Where would Trump be? He would have been, his campaign obviously would have been bankrupted Because, again, the government... you know, since you don't live here, I guess the idea of the government singularly attacking and persecuting its political rival doesn't scare you at all. And the government going against its citizens and jailing them doesn't scare you at all. And, again, since you don't live in the country, let alone the state of Minnesota, the idea of making the person who took rather communist Chinese party-like tactics to his own state the minute he got a chance to doesn't appeal to me. But again, tell me that Kamala Harris is not the puppet and Donald Trump is. Right. Anyways, like you said, you don't live here, so you don't have a stake in it. You have a theory, and I'm not going to vote on your theory.
Ready to have some fun? Yeah, let's do it. The San Francisco 49ers face the Seattle Seahawks as...
And if you think that Elon Musk can only take control through Donald Trump, but he has this power that you explain, then I've got bad news for you. Rich people like that have that power on both sides. Yeah, he can only do this through Donald Trump. It's not like he could do this through everybody else, too. Only the guy who has had a history of making his own money and having his own fortune, he can only manipulate that billionaire. He can't manipulate bunches of other people, like, say, the Biden administration, who got bought out by another country for $10 million. Right.
People, like, right there, if we can push in, you know, up on the second floor of these apartment complexes. We've been seeing people wading through the waters. Let's switch the camera over here to my other side. Do you see right there? Cars underwater. This is all from torrential rainfall. This is not...
You know what will be really, really helpful?
An
if you let people help evacuate people. But, again, you guys don't want them to do that.
Evacuation area. This is something completely unexpected for this area. Let me introduce you to Sheriff Chad Chronister.
So wait a minute. This is not an evacuation area. This is not an evacuation area. I thought you guys were prepared for this, but now you're not? So wait a minute, the people, trust the people. This guy should go to Spurgatory, says Turd Burglar. The richest guy in the world isn't anti-establishment. He is the establishment. Yeah, but do you think he's the only richest guy in the world? You do realize, like, Charles Schwab and a lot of other old money people, they are the establishment too. Numero uno Josh Denny fan. Again, so... He is... So let me get this straight. Elon Musk is the establishment. But only if Donald Trump gets in. So what happens if Elon Musk doesn't get in through Donald Trump? Then nothing happens? Then he just goes home? So he doesn't have his hands in any pockets over there. He doesn't have any plans for any of that. You know, when it comes to being a manipulator and manipulating countries and destroying them, George Soros is a lot more, like, dangerous, deadly, and successful at it than Elon Musk. But you're not worried about him or any of the people he's installed, like the people in California and a lot of people in a lot of liberal cities. And I'm pretty sure, let's go over here and let's see if there's let's Google Soros Harris. Soros dash Harris. Washington Times. Harris is the original Soros prosecutor. So you want to tell me that Kamala Harris, our future possible president, who is the original Soros prosecutor, one of the first people pushed up by George Soros. She doesn't have any loyalties to a super wealthy guy, but Donald Trump, who actually has his own money, has his own shit, and until the government started persecuting him for some weird reason, they picked the last 2 years to really go after him for just constantly for court stuff. He kind of had funded his own shit. So again, just because I'm concerned with one person doesn't mean I'm not concerned with anyone else. That's besides the point. So again, but you're telling me that I can't make a decision because I'm more concerned about the other people, which you're not talking about. You're just saying, no, this one guy. From what you're saying, this one guy will get what he wants no matter what. Donald Trump said himself he has loyalty with Elon and knows payback. That's a hell of a lot more honest because Kamala Harris hasn't said what she's going to do to repay George Soros. And George Soros has proved he'll turn California into a wasteland to help get his one world ideology through. So again, it comes down to the simple thing where I'm saying, look, let's say you're totally right. I'm saying the people on that side are just as bad, if not worse. And I want to know what your answer to that is. And your answer is, this guy is this. Says you. What is Angry Saxon? SS Stern, jokes aside, he does fit the bill. Who fits what bill? I hope he isn't the Antichrist. He might be. He might be. All right. Vivek is Big Pharma. I was really hoping it would be Kari Lake. It's so bad that even El Paso Mexicans support Trump. Tim Walls nailed shutters on my friend's business in Minnesota. There's small towns that are basically going extinct because of that N-word Walls, says Rusty Grammar. Right? But again, we should vote for them as opposed to Donald Trump, because Donald Trump's going to let Elon Musk control the country. Like I said, Elon Musk is taking over our space program, whether we want him to or not, because every time we try to do it ourselves, we fail. And every time in Ukraine, we had no problem using Elon Musk's Starlink stuff in Ukraine for our own needs. We were fine with that. Natural disaster happens here. Passing that shit out there. Numero uno, Josh Denny fan. I didn't tell you any decision you need to make. No, you just criticized. Let's go back here. You know what you did. You know what you did. Let's go back to Joe Rogan. Nope. Okay, Johnny. What do you think? Yeah, I don't care about that. Elon is a comic book villain. Elon is an overpowered, insane person. And then you said, where was it? Well, I'd have to believe in wild conspiracy theories. That doesn't seem realistic to think that. Again, when I gave you the reasons why I don't support Harris, and then I even get proof. Here, the Washington Times article. Yeah, my wild conspiracy theory. My wild conspiracy theory. Harris is the original Soros prosecutor. Vice President has a liberal, soft on crime history. Came as no surprise within hours of Kamala Harris being coordinated by the Democratic Party machine. George Soros and his son Alex were among the first to declare their support for the vice president. Miss Harris was the original Soros prosecutor before Soros prosecutors were uncool. Yeah, by the way, Soros prosecutors were uncool because of their uncanny rate of fucking over the districts they became part of because they let crime run rampant and it destroyed communities. And Soros is still using that tactic to this day. So again, you want to tell me Donald Trump is a political puppet of Elon Musk? Kamala Harris is a political puppet of George Soros and the military-industrial complex that has a very, very vested interest in making money. The same way they used, what's his name? The same way they used the guy I think of as Satan, Dick Cheney, and his no-bid contracts. Everybody made a fat dime except the American people. And all we had to do was wage a whole bunch of war to do it. I'm sure that's great. All right. Anyways, let's get back to this video of this asshole talking. Again, didn't Kamala Harris just assure us that the government and these people locally are in charge and they know what to do, and yet they weren't ready?
This was your district, known as University area. Now it's Uptown. Have you ever seen anything like this?
This is where I started. This is where I fell in love with this community. I've never seen flooding like this. We had people that evacuated here to make sure they were safe. They listened. They came here. 135 elderly disabled individuals that we rescued earlier. They came here. They were evacuated from Bradenton to stay safe. This is a neighborhood that doesn't have a lot. They have very little. And the very little they had, they've lost everything. We have water 4 feet up into their first floor here. This is a heavily Latino community. Their church is gone. Their cars are gone.
Hey, how about you get them some towels? That's about the speed of this administration with the way they want to give, you know, people in power-stricken areas, they want to give them electric chainsaws, so.
Again, they don't live paycheck to paycheck. These are people that live day to day, and they have nothing.
That's even worse. And can we talk about why they might be living day to day? And that's in Florida, where things are better without taxes? Jesus.
I can tell because I've known you for many years. You're getting choked up.
I can tell because I've known you for many years. And nobody here knows you, and they can't tell. So I'm going to lay it on really thick. You're getting choked up. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. But watch him get choked up now that you leaned on that. Did you stroke his back a little? That's what they do at the club when the girls really want to get the guy. They lean in. They're like, how you doing? They just do that little rub up and down between the shoulder blades. And if they get what they want, they go up a little higher to the head. If it's really going their way, they start massaging the neck a little bit. Like, yeah, let's go into that VIP room, huh? Yeah. No, 3 dances. That's only like, you know, $100. Why not? Yeah. Yeah, you want? And then they walk out with $100 of that guy's money. And he goes, hey, she ground on my lap for like, you know, 15, 20 minutes, huh? Now I'm going to go home and jerk off, you fucking dumbass. And people are like, Johnny, but you work as a DJ in that club. Yes, because I get paid to. So I profit off of those assholes. In other words, what I'm saying is thank you. But only for 1 more month. I'm going to give that up. All right, go ahead and go. Before we do, I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but dude, somebody ain't skipping fucking arm day. Get it, lady.
Right now, what are you going through?
Your heart shatters for these people. We did a bunch of rescues. We took them to a shelter. The female that you saw that we passed, she was waving me down. I made her promise me if it got too deep or she got tired, we'd come back and get her. She broke down and hugged me for 5 minutes. She goes, I don't have a lot. I take care of my grandmother. I evacuated my grandmother, and I'm left with nothing. We've lost everything. We have no furniture. There was 5 feet of water in there. I mean, how does this not shatter your heart?
The assisted
well, your heart doesn't seem very shattered, sir. Again, I know you're really choked up. He still doesn't seem choked up. Oh, yeah, that's the other one. Well, America can hand Elon the keys to the world then. So. I'm the one who wanted music talk, LOL. You're the one who demanded I stay on topic. This is what I get for following the rules. I learned it from watching you, Johnny. I'm loving being the only Destiny fan. So I should have been moving up their back, not down. Yeah, if you go down, like, dude, you start going down to the butt region, and that gets a little iffy. Some guys like a good butt grab and a good butt squeeze from a lady. Like, ooh, okay, this is getting frisky town. Other guys are like, hey, whoa, what do you think, I'm a mo? Like, it's weird. Some people are super protective of the anal region. Those are probably usually the ones who have been forcibly penetrated as a form of hazing, or maybe because they were in jail. I don't know. I don't know them. I'm just saying. Anybody who, like anyone who's got like fucking scared chihuahua yelp the minute someone gets too close to their butthole, that's someone who's got a memory that comes back real fucking quick. Even as a Minnesotan, I knew the hurricane was going to hit there. I've learned my erect penis is lousy for helping a choking victim. Jesus, JB Contrarian, #live and learn. You live in Florida, a big hurricane coming in, maybe just maybe evacuate. I don't know. Stripper walks off with Johnny's $100. No. Riding Dirty Llama, I'm the DJ. I'm the DJ watching this. I know how the prices work because I work there. But again, I'm the DJ watching this. And then I'm saying to myself, getting a bigger tip tonight. All right.
Living facility. I saw those residents out, a lot of them evacuating with no shoes. Their feet on the concrete. They were cold.
Last burn of the day at 4:20.
So much hours of waiting. in the water. What are the stories that you're hearing?
Yeah, you're exactly right. They were literally living in 4
I just
to 5
realized
feet
her
of water.
arms are buff from
And
holding
these are
the mic.
individuals that can't walk. They're sitting
That
in chairs and
arm
4
extension
feet.
thing.
The panic started
It's a
to
calisthenic
sink
thing.
in, and they're like, hey, we got to get out of here. They thought the water would subside, and it didn't. It's not like storm surge where it got worse. But these floodwaters, 16 inches of water, and this is the results. And heavily saturated area, the floodwaters that we were talking about that we were so worried about. This water has nowhere
Come on,
to go.
how does it take so long?
Their homes are
Tick
flooded.
over.
They have nowhere to go. And now we'll
420.
work with the shelter.
Come on.
And we got them some
Come on.
food, and we got them hydrated. And
Why is
we'll
time
now
so
work on
slow?
what those next steps are. Getting emotional because of the men and women of the Sheriff's Office and Hillsborough County Fire Rescue that never stop. I'm proud of them each and every day, but if you saw the way they jumped in water up to their chest, up to their neck, and rescuing people, they never stop. And you see how
waving at the sheriff.
Yeah, you see how grateful this community is.
Yeah.
How can you not take this personal?
Sheriff,
Again, I don't know if you could tell from the camera angle or maybe your voice, but you seem incredibly detached, just kind of reporting this in a play-by-play sense. You don't seem down or depressed. You don't seem happy. You don't seem happy. You don't seem sad. You just run programs. But anyhow, my point is, sir, again, you're upset?
to my understanding, are you still rescuing people out here?
We are. We have some people we're convincing to leave.
Yeah.
Not everybody was ready to leave. They thought the water would rescind, and now that they're realizing it's not, now they're
Water's not that deep. Look at the car tires. Yeah, the water's not that deep over there. It's deeper in the street, but yeah, you're right. It's not that deep. We went from the deepest area, and now we're moving forward.
They're making a better choice, and I get this. They thought it would go down, and they'll do cleanup. Cleanup's not coming anytime soon because this water's not going anywhere. So yes, we're out here in full force to make sure that when they say, "Hey, listen, I'm ready to
we're
go,"
going
they pack their,
full
maybe a couple of vital
force.
items they have, their loved ones, that we're here to make that happen for them.
Yeah, but if you look at that, all right, the water's up to the bumper of that vehicle. Knowing based off of my own card, roughly the bumper. So the water they're talking about is like maybe at the most we're talking 2 feet deep right there. They're coasting in their little water boat, and their water is like maybe 2 feet. Good God. Just sucks. Low spots. Most of the land isn't bad. It's the low spots you have to watch out for, and gators everywhere. Yeah, dude. The gators part is the scary part. There's a lot of gators around because they can move in the water.
And one more thing, if I can point out to you, Dana, if we shoot the camera that way, this is the Great American Assisted Living Facility. This is where deputies came out in the SHERP, these amphibious vehicles, to get them out of these floodwaters that they told me came so suddenly, so shocking, that they were in those cold waters for hours overnight until help arrived, and help has arrived, and they're going to need more help to turn the other page and get past this terrible situation that nobody anticipated in this area of Hillsborough County. And we've heard so many other stories like that.
Yeah, we have them. Trust me.
Thursday Night Football on Prime, it's on.
No, fuck you. I don't want your commercial. I don't. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't want to do boats washed ashore by Hurricane Milton. We're going to do our Lieutenant Dan coverage, and then we have an hour left in the show. I really got to fucking get on some more stuff. Riding Dirty Llama. They had a week in advance to get the fuck out. Well, again, this was an area they didn't expect floodwaters to impact, according to her. Like I said, moments preceding that video clip, we watched Commander-in-Chief Kamala Harris talk about how she had how the people on the ground, your elected officials, you listen to your elected officials. They know what they're doing, okay? And so just listen to them. They have your best intentions, and just listen to what they say. They're intelligent. They're smart, and they know what they're doing. Like, right, they're smart, and they know what they're doing. Nobody expected this area to get hit. People evacuated to this area because everyone said this was the safe spot. So we said, yeah, everybody get over here. Because floodwaters don't obey anything that you can see on a topographical map. and because there is no way to know off of water tables and previous rainfall rates, any sort of saturation level in an area that would give you any idea of whether or not it could handle excess rainfall or floodwaters of any kind. Again, as Riding Dirty Llama put it, they had a week in advance.
Farts, all things being equal, you are technically correct.
All right, I have got to fix this. This is bothering me. This happens a lot of times when I restart my computer, and I don't know why. But for some reason, the audio for the output just does not come through good enough. So we got to move it up a bit and go here. And sorry, we're going to just play some background music thing. All right, there we go. Now it's up that high. Great. All right. Now I got to back that down just a little bit. And we're good. Okay. So now we can close this. Bam. Wilmer Autotech, thank you for that. Hi, I miss Surge. They should bring it back, says Angry Saxon. The problem is flood waters did not impact at once, but twice in less than 2 weeks. Yeah, they said, they say Milton was massive, then what the fuck was Helene? Yeah, they don't really talk about how they failed on Helene in so many ways. They don't really talk about how they kind of dropped that ball. Swamp people have balls of steel to be going into the water without full body gear. I will give them that, says Angry Saxon. Yeah, dude, I would be worried as fuck about coming under fire of an alligator in those waters. That bitch took up the entire Gulf. And it played the back nine. All right, so let's do our last story. Lieutenant Dan is alive, but people are starting to think the whole thing was a grift, and here's why. Lieutenant Dan is apparently posting post-Hurricane Milton in Florida. So let's go see his post-hurricane update from Lieutenant Dan. I want to see what the
boat here, and Lieutenant Dan here. How'd it go? How'd the night go?
It was a little rough till about 11:30. I repositioned the boat, and I was heading into the wind, and I slept like a baby from 12:30 to 5 o'clock this morning. I woke up twice to pee. That was it. But other than that, I mean, it's been a great night. I just smoked half a joint. I'm high. I'm watching all the people running around like crazy.
I just smoked half a joint. I'm high. I'm watching all the people running around like crazy. Because I'm like, fuck all these people. Your stump is making me uncomfortable. I'm just going to say it.
The water went up. It was up to here last night. It was over the fucking pole.
There's the boat still standing.
I mean, I believe me, I got battered against the tire.
It's still floating. The boat doesn't stand. Much like me, it floats. Kind of like me.
But other than a couple of scuff marks,
Jesus
on the
Christ,
side, my boat's in better shape now than it was before because it got washed. So I mean, everything's a plus. It's a win-win all the way around.
What'd you learn from this experience?
Not a damn thing. No, there
I'm sorry, I didn't read that.
Well, there are a lot of good people in this world, and I gave up on this world years ago because I've been on my own, and I mean, I struggle every freaking day just living, and never anybody offers to help, never. But Terrence here posted this video, and it started getting likes, and then people started realizing that, you know, maybe he's not just crazy, maybe he really does need help.
Of course, man, let's go. And
people came out and helped me remove my boat from down over here, where I would have got smashed last night on the wall. And we brought it over here.
Yep.
And one of the guys is actually a sailor, so he kind of knew how to rig it. So, and then once he was done, I could modify it and make everything work better.
Okay, so now, all right, there we go. All right, what's the context? This video was first posted September 27th, 2024 on TikTok and is completely unrelated to Hurricane Milton. Oh. Ooh, okay. So now everyone's saying it was a grift. Okay. The saga of Lieutenant Dan is the one-legged Tampa Bay pirate who said God told him to ride out Hurricane Milton on his sailboat. Oh, wait. Do we have the original one? There's an issue loading this tweet. Go back. Okay. There we go. Tampa man nicknamed Lieutenant Dan is doing okay after riding out Hurricane Milton's wrath, despite the mayor insisting he went to a shelter. Okay.
Neighbors help. Neighbors, we have transportation solutions. If you can't get out of a certain area, we can send someone to get you. The Tampa Police Department this morning just saved Lieutenant Dan. He has been rescued and he is now in a shelter as well. So if we can get Lieutenant Dan to go to a shelter, we can get anybody to do that. So please, 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 we have open shelters, we have transportation, we have what you need to get out of harm.
All right, so apparently he didn't ride it out in a hurricane. I want to see the post where he claimed he would, or that God told him to. Oh, God, someone's making claims about who he is. Interesting. All right, in the early evening, CNN actually interviewed Castor about Lieutenant Dan right after many attempts to get him evacuated. Lieutenant Dan insists he's not leaving his boat and will ride out the hurricane. All right, so here we go. This be the one.
Are you okay? Everybody's worried about you.
Who's worried about it?
It's all over TikTok.
Everybody, across the country.
I'm gonna go live in a minute.
Are you gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be fine.
I don't think people realize you're so close to down. I mean, you could just get off if something bad happened. You know what I mean?
I'm not going anywhere because the safest place to be is on a boat in a flood. Okay, we learned that with Noah. Everybody that stayed on land drowned. Noah.
We learned that with Noah. Go back and watch his TikToks. You can see for yourself. Sir, we learned that with Noah. I'm not saying it didn't happen. And I'm not saying you don't kind of have a point. Center Stars channel. We are Raiders. Fuck yeah. Thank you, Jimmy, for rating. Party of 41. Awake, Jimmy. You got new legs, Lieutenant Dan. Magic legs. He's not wrong. Fuck off, Forrest. I mean, he's not wrong, but again, Noah didn't prove that point. Just in general, the safest place to be in a flood is on a boat. Right. But what if you get hit by a hurricane? The windy parts of the boat capsizing, I don't know if you know this or not, but a lot of boats don't do so well in hurricane waters, particularly the ones that, I don't know, are near shorelines. You know what? Where is, we've got, all right. We're going over here. He says the safest place to be in a flood is on a boat. We take you now to drone footage of Florida. Right? You know what's safe? A boat. There's no audio. You know what's safe? Boats washed ashore by Hurricane Milton. Yeah, that boat was totally safe. Why didn't they stay on that boat? It was up by the shoreline. It had to get washed up over those rocks. Why didn't someone stay on that boat? That is obviously the best and safest place to be. Look, if you'd stayed on that boat, you would have been fine. You'd be fine. All those boats look totally safe. Especially that big one that's got its back end up over there. Yeah. Why didn't they stay on their boat? To be fair, those ones are actually okay. Those boats look like they're doing great. Great. Again, boats, the safest place to be in the hurricane. Safest place to be in the hurricane, the boats. That one's flipped upside down. I'm sure that has nothing to do with wind. Boats are the best place to be during the hurricane. Look at that weird pagoda thing. I feel bad. Holy Jesus, look at that boat. Well, Jack Sparrow isn't going to have any new adventures, but I can tell you, boats are the safest place to be during a hurricane. This building weathered the hurricane better than that boat. Well then. Alrighty. What the fuck? Gee, thanks, Johnny. Thanks for showing it to us too. I can get it 5120. What the heck are we talking about? All right, I don't want to know about any of that. Now Trump's saying the same gay shit. He's going to kick out the haters. LOL. Like what? 90% of the country who isn't a politician. Holy Jesus, Landers. J. Brock and Churian, you can, but probably shouldn't. I want to be able... Wow. Fucking Jesus. Safest place to be in a flood is in my bed, Johnny. Just saying. I'm not in a flood. I've flooded a few... Wow. Oh, Jesus. I hope everyone was okay. It's odd. Fundy Christians either way really hate or really love. Yeah, because the ones who love it is because they need it for their Jesus to return. Really hate the war on drugs and prohibition. I'm not a fan of it, though, only special occasions. I've never seen it, been around people who... All right, yep, all right, good. Thank you to the Raiders. He's not wrong. Oh, yeah, that little detail. There was a case in Alaska where the crew abandoned ship while it was still floating, and most of the crew died. Sometimes ships capsize, dumping crew, and later right themselves. That is interesting, Center Stars channel. Thank you for that. Johnny's Walker asking, can Johnny swim? No, but I can do the dead man's float like nobody's business, especially if I'm dead. I love hitting those two buttons. It just feels good on my thumb and my finger. Giggity. All right, if you're just joining us, we just covered the saga of Lieutenant Dan. Apparently, it is fake. But
and the animals live, so I'm fine.
Do you have any animals?
No, I wish I did.
Okay.
I could use 2 females.
Well, you got all the news crews right here.
Do you wish you had it? No, I wish I did. I could use 2 females. Women aren't animals, sir. And if you think they are, then we should line you up and shoot you. Nobody... Oh, did I say that out? Nobody record that. I don't want the dean to know that I just advocated. Really? I could use 2 females, right? I could use a pair of scissor sisters that don't mind the occasional dong.
Here during the storm, so you can just, if you need anything. Everybody's worried about you, buddy.
Everybody's worried about me. Everybody wants me to get off the boat. People don't... Being that I'm tied up to the cleat on the dock there, and it's secured in the concrete, which is secured to all this thing, I have a secured anchor point. I'm tied to the boat. If the tide goes up, I go up. As long as the water stays out of the boat, I'll be fine. And the wind is, it's not a tornado. It's not going to get lifted up and thrown into Kansas, okay?
Right, but you might get lifted up and thrown somewhere.
It's not like that. I'm not suicidal, but I'm putting it in God's hands and taking it out of mine and man's.
All right.
So I'm sitting tight. I'm going to play it out.
Well, like I said, we're all right up here, so if you need anything, everybody's parked right here, okay?
I love you all.
All right. That Crowder sounds bite is giving me PTSD. I had a coworker that listened to that proud ass every day. It sucked. I'm sorry, Mr. Q. Johnny's Walker. Tell that to Aaron. Tell what to Aaron? That I can't swim? Why? Why would that matter? Dude is probably high as a kite. Maybe. Leave me alone. Yeah, I guess that's kind of where he is. He does not want to be in there. But yeah, I bet he could. I bet that's why he wouldn't want to go to a show. Thank you, Dios Masu. I can't read for shit. And I'm not high as a kite about women being objects. Tell that to Aaron about women being objects. Or women not being objects. I see what Johnny Walker is saying now. Thank you for that. That guy's face is hilarious. Fucking JB Contrarian. Jesus. Stupid question. Do drugs expire like prescriptions, which are still effective long after the expiration date, just less effective? 09 Canyon, yeah, kinda. Like if you have some bud that's just sitting out and drying out, even more so, like properly cured bud is pretty much dry, but yeah, if it keeps sitting out, it's gonna get stale and everything else. Yeah, it's gonna kind of fail out on you. Like Mr. Beat says, it depends. Canyon, ultraviolet light, oxygen, and heat will weaken most chemicals. Yeah. So, just never thought about it before. So if you find an old stash of anything, you can just take a lot more. I can just swallow all of them at once. Now they'll work. Look for an update on Dan. Guess he got a deal from the Axeman or something. The Axeman? Who's the Axeman? You know what? Do we want an update on Dan? We got 45 minutes. Oh, these are the images. Lieutenant Dan's boat is starting to drift from the pier in downtown Tampa. Authorities said that he had declined to move to shelter. Not sure if he is riding this out. Okay. So this is just footage of his boat. It's just sitting there, drifting into downtown Tampa. It's not drifting anywhere. It's just sitting there. All right. NEP saying, yeah, Bing on the Dan update. I'm guessing she means bingo on the Dan update. Like, got an update. All right, leave me alone. This dude missed the fact that hundreds of shark and fish NATOs that spun up yesterday. And gator NATOs. You got to be worried about gator NATOs. Bring on the Dan update. Yeah, let's see if we can find a Dan update. People want a Dan update. Let's find a Dan update. Do. Lieutenant Dan, Tampa, Florida. 11 hours ago, 1 day ago, 7 hours ago. Viral Lieutenant Dan riding out Milton in his boat. News, let's see. 6 day hours, 3 hours ago. Recounts riding out Hurricane Milton on his boat. I'm not scared of anything. Joseph. The person who made the comment earlier, let's see if I can find it and I can just give them credit. Who said that? JB Contrarian. JB Contrarian nailed it on that. I don't know how. Joseph Malinowski, a 54-year-old Tampa resident, known locally as Lieutenant Dan, weathered Hurricane Milton aboard his small sailboat in Tampa Bay early Thursday morning. Despite the Category 3 storm's powerful winds, Malinowski was unfazed, describing the experience as pretty mellow, even though his boat was repeatedly slammed against the harbor wall during the worst of the storm. I'm not scared of anything. The Hurricane Center had urged Tampa and St. Petersburg residences to take shelter as extremely dangerous hurricane-force winds swept through the region, but Malinowski refused to evacuate. As the storm intensified, Malinowski recounted how the wind picked up, causing his boat to crash against the wall of the harbor. To prevent further damage, he cut his anchor line, sacrificing a $250 anchor now resting on the bay floor. Okay. So, oh, this is you talking about it? Watch now. This is dumb.
I don't know if you like.
No, this isn't. What the fuck? This is why I hate TikTok. I wanted to watch the Lieutenant Dan thing, you assholes. All right.
It was pretty mellow.
Yeah, let's not worry about Helene at all, guys. This one's the dangerous one. And what did we have to say about it?
It was pretty mellow. The wind picked up for a little bit. It bounced me around. At one point last night, I was getting bashed up against this wall. So I went out and I cut my anchor line to get away from it. So I have a $250 anchor sitting down there that I got to go in and get.
Dan, you weren't afraid at all last night?
No, I'm not scared of anything. What I've been through, this weather is nothing. And I put my faith in God. God told me to come here. God told me 5 years ago, I was in Colorado. He put on my heart, Tampa, Florida, and get a boat. I woke up one morning with that on my heart, and that's all I could think about. And I left Colorado. I went to North Carolina, left North Carolina, came to Florida. I've been in Florida for 5 years, stuck on the East Coast, never came over. In March, I came over. I found this boat for $1,200. I bought it. I come to Tampa, and guess what? Tampa floods. Not today, not yesterday, but during the last one, Helena. Helena was way worse than what this one was. I mean, they were calling for a Cat 5. I didn't know what to expect. But what happened last night was nothing compared to Helena.
So you think if another storm rolls through Tampa, you're going to remain on your boat?
Yeah, I'd remain on the boat no matter what. It was pretty mellow.
So the mayor who said that we have Lieutenant Dan, ladies and gentlemen, we've captured him. He's in custody. She lied. She lied. He's not in custody for whatever the hell he did. I don't know what he did. I heard accusations of things, but I don't know. But yes, Lieutenant Dan not in custody like she promised. But people are noting that Lieutenant Dan's epic story may be one giant grift. For one thing, he has a lengthy arrest record. Oh, wow. Ooh, boy. Ooh, Lieutenant Dan. All out of Sarasota, Pinellas, Hillsborough, Pinellas, Palm Beach. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Arrested for what, though? I accidentally closed that out. I didn't mean to do that, but oh well. We're kind of done with that anyway. We have about 30 minutes left in the program. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Rumble's really having the numbers today. The big earner of numbers is Rumble. Then we've got people on YouTube, and between those two alone, we're kind of... So yeah, that's about 90 people, and then that's about 113. Holy shit. Holy shit! I'm in triple digits. Spy Pigeon, who needs legs when you have meth? You can get around on your hands. I've never thought of that. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Thank you, Mr. Q. Dan DeMan. All right, look for an update on Dan. Guess he's got a deal from the Axeman or something. Yeah, I didn't find for any update on that. I have a cousin that wants me to work on an oil rig he manages out in the Gulf, but I'm not a gay. Oh, this is not India. It's illegal to be poor. Well, at least he's not living on the street, okay? The hurricane broke up before shore, luckily, says Center Stars channel. Yeah, they said it was going to be so bad, and they were wrong. Again, though, we don't hear about helping any of the people hit by Helene. And as this person already mentioned, Helene was way worse. All right. I have something I have to take care of literally while we do the show. I'll do that right now. Just while we take care of this. I apologize. This is just something I need to do. I mean, I should have done it before, but all right, so we have about a half hour left. We have our second hour story stuff to get into, and we will. Let's see. It would be. And boom. All right. So that's not it. I apologize. No, that's not the thing either. God damn it, let me do this. Thank you, Christ. All right. Do. Boom. Nah. Nah. I'm sorry, I have to handle a bill thing for my house, so I forgot to. And nope. Let's go back. That wasn't what we wanted. Motherfucker. I wanted this. And I wanted that. I wanted that. And I wanted that. Do. Yes. Done. Sorry, that needs to be done or it gets people like me in trouble. All right, there we go. That's taken care of. Jesus Christ, I needed to do that. I'm sorry. Boop. Go away. I don't want your help. What the fuck? Oh, wait a minute. What's going on? Now Digger's requesting Fall in the Great. That's a dangerous request. What do you need him for? Gee, thanks, Johnny. Thanks for showing it to us too. Do. Fall in the Great. Ha. Where's the oil rig? If he can ship in pussy regularly, I'm in. What did Digger? It was a snail boat. At Digger, I'm in my way. I don't have a passport, but that should be okay nowadays. Wait a minute, what? Alberta, Canada. Oh, now I get it. Right. Now I see what's going on. It was a joke, and I didn't make sense of it. Message deleted by waste of spaces. Am I really that inconsiderate? I do regularly bathe them. Wow. Waste of space. What the heck? Waste of space has got an interesting one. I don't know. St. Caesar banned waste of space. Okay. Don't know what that was about. Done banned him. Do I ban this guy up top? Yes, do it. Done banned him. All right. Well, I guess everybody was in that. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Okay. A plus B equals C. I just had to find it. All right, we have a half hour left. I need to clear this stuff out of the way. Thank you for being here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble, especially everyone that joined us from Jimmy's Raid. I always love having Jimmy's Raid, even if we don't really kind of do the content they want. Although I freaking want to buy Mech Warrior 5 this next week here. Maybe do a play along with those or something. I don't know. Let's get our second hour stories up. Second hour stories up. Second hour stories for the last half hour of the show. We're fully funded to November 1st, and anything we get from Twitch today will count towards all of that tomorrow. Oh, this video came out a year ago? Damn it. I haven't seen this in a year. Shit. But it's only got 79,000 views. So it might be that Nobody's seen it. Either way. Was Phil Smalls, thanks for doing. Yeah, papers aren't necessary unless you are a Canadian. I think most of us listen to Jimmy in the background, says Center Stars channel. Thank you. I love that. That's awesome. Why did it take away his Raider from Awake Jimmy tag? He should still get to have that. He's still a Raider from Awake Jimmy. But anyways, we have a couple of things to get into. We're going to cover this one first. If you don't know about it, we've talked about recently the Fat Bear competition, something that shouldn't exist but does exist at a was it a natural park or natural wildlife preserve in Alaska? They've started with the trail cam having a Fat Bear competition. Well, this year, one of the contestants murdered another contestant, so they had to postpone it a bit. But an update, not only do we have a winner, but I don't know if it's the same. I don't know that it. I don't think she's the mother of the murdered contestant, just a mother of a murdered cub. She beat out the person, the main rival, who apparently murdered one of her cubs. So again, this is a horrible competition, apparently.
Bear contest in Alaska, revenge was on the menu. All hail the queen. Grazer is the winner for the second straight year after putting on impressive pounds for winter. The 20-year-old female beat out Fat Bear favorite Chunk, who actually killed one of Grazer's cubs over the summer.
God.
I know, that's a twist in the story right there.
Wow.
She won by more than 40,000 votes. So a little payback for what happened to her cub.
Yeah.
It's a little payback for what happened to you. You might kill my kid, but I'm going to win the fattest bear competition. Digger 420. LMAO, oops, no blood sports allowed in the Fat Bear contest. What is it there? Oops. Blood sports allowed in the Fat Bear contest. Jimmy in the background, thank you. Oh, damn. Let's check up on the Rumble chat. Can't they bring in professional aides? I'll be gay enough for the both of us. Holy shit, JB Contrarian. Wow. Inventing these. I think he was gay and he drove a souped up Miata. Had to be gay. Anytime you invent, build, or fix stuff, I'm impressed as 09 Canyon. Well, I fix stuff all the time. Shorty thick. His uncle or your friend? Oh, wow. I don't know. You guys are going off on some stuff. I see what you did there. All right. I have no idea what they're talking about. No idea. But we have a half hour left. Oh, yeah, and this is the same CBS anchor that caused them to have meetings about some stupid shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
What do you get for winning Fat Bear contest?
Just love from the streets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they even
Love from the streets. They don't even get you food because apparently you had your fill already.
know? Are they aware of what's going on?
No, they're not aware. It's a trail cam. We are completely voyeuristically taking advantage of these bears, and we as a society and a people feel no guilt for it. We're just Truman showing these bears. Center Stars channel saying, Jimmy is like an interesting static noise while I do other stuff. Well, I hope that I could at least rate as high as that. It'd be an honor to be interesting static noise. I'm following a Reddit thing on MechWarrior 5. It's like, let me buy it already. It's like, yeah, I know. People want that game. I do too. I don't know. Do I want to get it on PC or Xbox? Like, part of me wants it on Xbox. It's going to be playing single player, but then I'd be using my console controller. I really want to use the joystick. I really want to get the joystick out. So now we got to do computer. Jimmy's like, yep, someone should have named a bear Boogie and another Wings and let them fight. Again, that's internet spurgery taking too much of a hold of your life. Michigan grad charged with this. Don't want to go into that. It's a reading story. Instead, we're going to go to this. We have a half hour left. We've been doing a whole lot of storm coverage, and I'm a person who, it is my personal belief. It's my personal belief that Anderson Cooper is a shill.
Water now.
And so when I see him do obvious pander shill news coverage stuff, I don't know, I get a feeling. So when I found out this happened, I thought we'd share it with all of us. It's only 11 seconds long. Let's watch.
And the water now is really starting to pour over. If you look at the graph.
Oh!
Okay. That wasn't good.
He took that one standing. Nice.
We'll probably go inside shortly. Okay. That wasn't good. Over. If you look at the graph. Whoa. If you look at the graph, whoa, look at the graph, whoa, look at the graph, whoa, graph, whoa, graph, whoa, graph, whoa, graph, whoa, graph, whoa.
Right in the chest and the bottom of the face. Oh, normally he only gets jizzed on there. But I gotta say, dude, took it pretty good. Just the hit and just, whoa.
Okay.
That's a weird random piece of debris. Mr. Q, he likes it in the face. I actually am listening to what you have to say. Well, thank you, Center Stars channel. I appreciate that. That is awesome. That makes me feel good. SS Stern, boom. Yeah, dude, he got hit right up in this whole region here. I don't know. Let's go back and see if we can catch it.
Over. If you look at the graph.
So something blew off over here and came this. I'm not saying that this was staged. I'm just saying I could see it go either way.
The graph. Whoa. Okay. That wasn't good. We'll probably go inside shortly. And the.
All right, we'll probably go inside shortly. Mother Nature squirted on him several times, and then it hit him with a piece of debris. I don't know how many people... Dude, that's like if your lady squirts buckshot, okay? That dude took a hit. Was fill some holes staged. I assumed it was a metal sign, but maybe it's just cardboard. It looked like just like a little piece of wood or siding or something. Like it could have been off of anything. But again, there's no other debris of any kind coming around there at him. Just this one piece of, whoa, like, oh, I got hit with a piece of debris. It's kind of, it seems a little too perfect. But yeah, was fill some holes staged? I feel like it was staged. Mother Nature squirted on him. Poof. Alrighty. So, show me a 2x6 going 150 miles lengthwise into his glass jaw. Missed a beat. I don't think you're going to get that one. And that sounds bad. Staged, and then SS Stern, but not bad to watch. Fair enough. I'll admit I enjoyed it. It was funny. I had fun with it. If you're just joining us, the haircut, I'm not sold on. It wasn't how it was supposed to go. And I'm sorry. But a lot of people like it. So Anderson Cooper is the fake out king, faked being on the ground in Iraq, faked weather scenes, totally fake. Which is why I think this was faked. It's not like that would be new for the guy. I think it was fake. He's a fucking liar. All right, anyways, but yeah, it's still, even though it's fake, at least in my opinion, still not bad to watch. It's good for a once-over. Watch him take one in the fucking gut. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't think that was real. I think it was faked. Alrighty, Is this a story I have to read? Yeah, it was. Or is. Yeah, it's a story I have to read. We'll cover that one another time. Let's go to this. Ran a segment praising the weather technology that Joe Biden calls disinformation. Yeah, I don't want to bother with any of that. So let's clear that out. Tim Wall's broadband plan is getting dunked on for being a huge waste of money. Check the ratio. This is another reading story. I don't want to do any more reading stories. It's like the end of the show. We have like 20 minutes to do a thing. So you know what? We're going to go to this. This is a year old. I feel like this is a CIA, like an op. All right? Like this can't be real. More importantly, I don't know what side this guy... Johnny... What? I don't know what you're talking about. Was fill some holes? Huh. Okay. That's dangerous ground, sir. Oh, we got to unmute the channel, though. This is called Where Were You? The official video by Samuel Saint. I've never heard of Samuel Saint. You'd think he'd be touring with Eric Church. The Saint Church Tour. Or the Church Saint Tour. All right, that's just funny. That's just funny. All right, I have to say, I think people who drive with flags off the back of their trucks are the gayest of gay. Like, that is lame to an extent where it's like, I don't care about your political affiliations. Now you're just being a cuck because you can't fucking go 5 feet without slamming your political opinions in our face. You are so watching while someone else bangs your wife. All right, come and take it with a brass Gatling gun. I want to see this person get pulled over because it looks like they have an actual Gatling gun in the back of their truck. Because it does look like one. Guns save lives. I mean, yeah, but they also take them. I mean, let's be honest. It's really about who's holding it. All right, come on. Let's try a little harder. I love it. For no reason whatsoever, you know what I need to do? Really sell my country redneck roots? I'm going to do a nice dip spit right here. How is this any different than LGBT unicorn bullshit? Angry Saxon, you're smelling exactly what I'm selling. I'm saying it's not. It's just on the other side. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying this is cringy, try-hardy bullshit. Was that a golden Gatling gun? It was a golden Gatling gun, like, mock-up. It's not an actual Gatling gun. Fucking... Oh, wow. Okay. Fucking... 09K, you guys in the Rumble chat, you guys are having fun. Wow. But yes, that's what I'm... Angry Saxon, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not any different. And I make fun of that shit, so I'm making fun of this too. I agree 100%, Johnny, but I can't help but to honk and pump my fist in solidarity when I see a dude with Trump shit all over his vehicle. I don't honk. I don't pump my fist in solidarity. I look at people with Trump shit all over their car the same way I look at people with coexist, LGBTQ, gender is fluid, whatever, BLM stuff all over their car. I'm like, okay, put your political opinions away. I have very little respect for someone who doesn't even want to speak to me but wants to shove their political opinion in my face, especially if they think it's somehow owning me. Then I'm like, yeah, I don't like you. But that's why I think this video is funny. Also, because again, stupid stuff like this. Just a big old dip spit. Just, that's sexy.
Set out in early January, headed for D.C. My old man, my 2 kids, and my grandpa and me. Yeah, we were wearing tactical helmets, dressed up like Green Berets. Confederate flags were flying off the back of my Chevrolet.
All right, this is definitely a setup. Because if there were any truth to any of this, you would have been arrested by now.
When we got to the Capitol building, yeah, things were out of hand.
There was a guy named Ray Epps, and he said, you need to understand. He said, we're going to the Capitol, and we're marching in today. And then they blamed it all on Trump, and I have to say it was really gay. That's going to be the next lyric, right?
My 2 young boys were a little uneasy, they just didn't understand. I said I didn't know I was raising pussies, and that's all I
This has got to be a fucking setup. This is leaning way too hard. Didn't know I was raising pussies. This is like a liberal person's like, you know what? I'm making a Trump anthem. And that's what this would be. This is totally a mock. Oh, for fuck's sake, this is so bad. Though your lyrics are better than his, right?
had to say. They jumped right out of that goddamn truck carrying tasers and pepper spray. But where were you?
All right, King Rob, whatever. Trump stuff is everywhere. Does anybody see an abundance of Harris shit displayed? I see a bunch of signs in my area, but I don't know if those are people that support him or people that put them out there. Oh, for fuck's sake, this is so bad. Right? It is bad. It was an inside joke job. It was an inside job. Yeah. This is a fake out. It has to be. Rebel flags are gay up north, but down south they are safe. Right, because the South is very, very obsessed with supporting the rebels, but technically they were insurrectionists. So I mean,
When our freedom was under attack,
where were you?
When we were taking the country back.
Taking it back from what? At that point in time, Donald Trump was technically in power of the country, and that power changed hands with no issues. So, just as much as I say that the power was never taken from anyone, you didn't take the country back from anyone. And again, where was I? I was watching Jeffrey Epps lead all of this. You're not mentioning. I don't see any Ray Epps. Ray Epps, not Jeffrey Epps. Why Jeffrey Epstein? There's too many Epps. Ray Epps, Jeffrey Epstein. Coincidence? I think not.
Yeah, I was right there with the Proud Boy Army and the guy with the Viking crown.
But unlike none of them, the FBI didn't decide to hunt me down because I made this music video to badmouth anyone who votes for Trump because they accused him of doing January 6th when we knew it was an FBI stunt. What did I just word mashed that? What was FBI stunt? You can't say stunt without fucking it up. An FBI stunt. God damn it. The polls say we should see lib shit posted everywhere. No, we don't. I love this fucking fake. Again, this has to be literally a liberal pushing this. Like, again, this is playing a character in a bit beyond Macklemore level.
You, man, I didn't see you around.
Right. And it's amazing we see you right now. Because, again, most of the people you're talking about got arrested by the FBI and put in jail. Except for all of the FBI informants, like
Cheer
Ray
100
Epps.
Last time I checked, we don't have a lot of songs that feature the cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell.
Since you asked for a Rusty Grammar, 100 bits from Rusty Grammar, some cowbell for Rusty Grammar. Thank you for supporting the show, Rusty Grammar, on Twitch, YouTube, or Rumble. We say thank you. Cowbell coming in for Rusty Grammar. Hey-o. Spy Pigeon saying Ray Epps and Baked Alaska. Well, the funny part about that is Baked Alaska called out Ray Epps. So it's like, yeah, Ray Epps and Baked Alaska. Oh, you mean the one guy that called the other guy a Fed? Spy Pigeon, country music sucks. I don't entirely disagree. This is parody propaganda, right? It's something. It's hilarious. And his little like CGI added in to make it look like he's there the whole time is really, really funny. Where were you?
We were chanting, let's go, Brandon. Lock her up and stop the steal. When someone in the back yelled out, let's take Capitol Hill.
His name was Ray Epps, and he was actually in the front. He was part of the FBI plan to arrest all us grunts. Where were you? Where were you? All the police said this was stage. Where were you? We got arrested because we're lame and gay.
Like heroes up the stairs. I swear God was there upon us.
No, you didn't fight like heroes up the stairs. Again, you were let in because they were vastly under-policed. Again, we have the footage.
I busted a cop right square in his jaw and I knocked his ass unconscious.
Really? Really? Again. Rumble chat pauses me all the time. I'm sorry. Cheeseburger pie. Most Trump people don't post signs because liberals are nuts. Again, like I love to point out, liberals aren't the only ones who are nuts. Trump derangement syndrome is a coin. There's a liberal side and there's a Trump supporting conservative side. And the conservative side, just as bad as the liberal side. People who support Trump, in my opinion, people driving down the street with 7 flags on the back of their truck or SUV or whatever, ruining their fuel economy, looking like some sort of weird pirate fucking ship out of a weirdly like some sort of like bandit vehicle out of like an Armageddon apocalypse Mad Maxian kind of thing. Those people to me are just as bad as anybody who's nuts enough to be like, you're gonna vote for Trump, well then I'm gonna throw dog shit on your yard. It's like, Fallen Great. I hear Digger has a nice pair of D's. I mean, screenshot or it didn't happen. What? Who can't appreciate a nice pair of tits, regardless of their size? I'm not a size queen. I like boobs. Fucking change my mind. All right, so this is super cringy. Do you want to talk about the person who stormed Capitol Hill and died? Oh yeah, it wasn't a cop. All the cops died after. From self-inflicted? Weird.
But where were you when our freedom was under attack?
I was being an intern for my local FBI. That doesn't really fit.
Where were you, man, when we were taking the country back?
Again, taking it back from what? This is, again, they weren't taking the country back. Nobody did anything. You walked into the place that you were let into. Oh, God, it's so bad. I want this dude to be arrested by the FBI just for this music video. Like, they just hold him accountable. They're like, no, you've got all this footage where you were there. JB Contrarian, it may be controversial, but I like boobs. Yeah, who doesn't love boobs? Who doesn't love boobs? Okay. Where were you, Dive Bar? I was still hungover from New Year's Eve. That's where I was. Where were you when I was drunk as a skunk? Where were you? 'Cause I knew this new year stunk. Well, I had a hangover from the 31st till now. And I woke up on the 7th and I said, "Lo, Lord, wow. I can't believe these people all just rushed the Capitol." And then we found out over 200 of them were undercover all along. Where were you when we were misled by the FBI? Where were you? When the government struck itself and cried. Struck itself? Struck itself.
Yeah, I was beating the shit out of DC cops and kicking them off.
No, you weren't. Nobody beat the shit out of DC cops. There weren't really any DC cops there. They kind of got out of your way because, as in their words, they were set up. Again, I want this music video played at this guy's FBI inquiry before they send him off to. I want him arrested and sent to Guantanamo because, again, he was there. A U.S. flag is basically a Trump flag, says Rusty Grammer. No, it isn't. A U.S. flag is not a Trump flag. You can support the U.S. and hate Donald Trump. I'm gonna stomp that shit out right now. I don't care how much you fucking like Donald Trump. Donald Trump does not own America. An American flag is not a Donald Trump flag. Supporting America doesn't mean you support Donald Trump. You can be pro-America and anti-Trump. I mean, yeah, if you vote for Harris, you're hurting yourself and maybe you don't see that. But either way, I'm not going to stand for that shit either. That's that other side of the coin where it's like, no. Trump was ordained by Jesus to become the leader of the country because of that time where the bullet missed him and the flag was waving. He became the owner of the American flag. No, go fuck off with your shit on that. No. That's like saying, I would not be in favor of people saying, well, if you're flying an American flag, you're really flying a Harris Walls flag, because as we all know, Donald Trump wants to take over the government like he tried to on January 6th, and he's a tyrant and a criminal who should not be allowed to be elected anyway. Like, I think both of those people are wrong, and we should call them all out. That's like saying gays own the rainbow. They don't. Trumpy Trout commercial is so fun, says Mr. Q. You insist. We have two flags, Old Glory, a.k.a. wartime flag, and the civil peace flag. Civil peace flag? You mean the American flag?
But where were you, man? I didn't see you around.
Right? I want this guy arrested for dancing in the Capitol when they're like bashing the windows and barging in. I want him literally arrested and prosecuted like all of the people who weren't FBI informants. You know, like Ray Epps.
Yeah, I felt so patriotic when we were busting down the doors.
I knew that we were gonna arrest all these rednecks and poors because I was working for Uncle Sam. The whole thing was an inside job. That's why all these idiots were running in here, led by the FBI mob. Where were you? Oh.
We flooded through the chambers halls down to the Senate floor. And we were screaming for Pelosi, Mike Pence, and Chuck the Jew.
Fucking Jesus, at least he leaned in. Like Pence and Chuck the Jew. Because I am a white supremacist, like every FBI you knew. Where were you?
We were gonna string them up old school style, just like we used to do.
Yep, this is definitely one of those like left is we're doing a parody. We're gonna make it That's Wild, right? Right, and now you're associating him with this. By the way, again, this is one of the few people that's actually been released. A lot of these people got, again, I don't know if you know this, sir. A lot of these people got arrested for doing. Oh, this motherfucker is not real, right? This motherfucker is not real. Oh, small dick energy. This is satire for sure. Oh, wow. Hey, look, it's an anti-American terrorist. If you folks hate democracy so much, why don't you move to Russia? Hey, you guys remember when people who supported Trump said they'd rather be Russian than American, or rather be Russian than vote for Hillary Clinton or whatever? Like, why don't you go to Russia? It's weird how, like, when it seems like that's the way everybody's going, you're like, well, I'd rather be part of this country. Like, all right, okay, yep. Either way, anybody taking that too serious, where were you? I'll be honest, it is kind of catchy, but it did drive a bunch of people away on Twitch, so I'm sorry. And wow, Twitch and some on YouTube, not as many on YouTube, and we're still holding strong over on Rumble. So awesome. Spy pigeon. This guy is definitely a Fed, and the song was paid for by the CIA and the FBI. Probably. We have 2 American flags. The civil PE flag is supposed to be flown in peace, but we were always at war somewhere. I don't know what the civil peace flag is. I'm finding it hilarious that they are using the same rhetoric from 2016 to bash Trump, and people are not believing it because it never came to pass in the first place. Right. This is that the thing, like, well, if Trump gets elected, he won't give up power. He didn't hold on to power longer than he should have the first time. He tried to on January 6th. Again, no, he did not. I'm literally, if anyone, I'm not going to tolerate this shit from anyone anymore. You do not get to lie to my face and go, no, Donald Trump tried to seize power on January 6th. No, he didn't. He didn't try to do anything on January 6th. The people that did a lot of stuff on January 6th work for the FBI. We don't know who, because, again, we can't know who any of the 200 undercover agents were that were there. We know that Ray Epps, the person on all of the video footage instigating the crowd, got no jail time because of all of his de-escalation tactics. So, again, tell me I'm fucking lying. It was an FBI op. And that is way more evident than Donald Trump being involved is at all. So it's all recycled Republican propaganda. Climate change is just revelations repackaged. Maybe. All right. We didn't do that thing. We did that. I have like 3 minutes left. I don't know if I want to get into another story. Cookie Monster speeding in Germany. Caught on camera. Do we have... It's an article, though. I don't want to do an article if it's just that in a picture. I'd really like a camera, like footage. All right. Ooh, is that a video? If this is a video, we could do this. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know what I'd want to do for the last 3 minutes of the show. Yep, it's a video. All right. Apparently there was a raccoon invasion in Washington, I think Washington State. Washington woman calls for help after she finds herself surrounded by 100 hungry raccoons. The woman admitted to having started feeding the animals 35 years ago, but it's only been over the last 6 weeks that their numbers swelled to such dramatic levels. Oh, boy. Oh, we have the whole story. All right, let's go over this.
Near Polsbo, who's been feeding raccoons living around her home for almost 4 decades, found herself surrounded by nearly 100 of the animals on October 3rd, and that's when she called for help. Kitsap County Sheriff's deputies came to her rescue after she was forced to run away in her car to escape the furry and very hungry creatures.
So 35 years ago, you first started feeding some raccoons, and then when all of a sudden did it explode like this?
6 weeks ago.
6 weeks ago.
The woman says the raccoons often surround her day and night, demanding food. And she says she's been quoted prices as high as $500 per raccoon to trap and relocate them. Deputies referred her to the Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife to help find a solution to her pesky problem.
The problem is you started feeding them, you dumb cunt. Smoke out prods. There'll be tornadoes and tsunamis and fires and mass population loss and food shortages and starvation. Well, hey, at least in this country, the Biden-Harris administration has seen to at least a few of those getting taken care of already. Ha ha, revenge. Gold fringe equals maritime law. Don't know what you're talking about, Rusty Kramer. I bet it was more than 200, way more. What? More than 200 what? Oh, undercover agents? Probably, but those are only the ones we know about. And by know about, we don't know who they are or what they were doing there. We just know that there were at least 200 of them. So again. At any rate, men with two... Again, why are you guys stuck on the double dick thing over in the Rumble chat? You've got to let dicks go. That's not... I didn't mean... Look, you know what I meant, okay? You got to let it... Fucking dicks and the things that come out. You've got to put it down. Look, just don't... When it comes to the human phallus, or any phallus, and the fluids that maybe extrude from said phallus, how about we don't? You know? We don't. Smoke out prods. Imagine 200 raccoons showing up on your porch. Is that what he wrote? No. But that's what he meant. That's what he meant. So at the same time, does that mean we should not recognize the court as constitutional in the first place? Don't get hard feelings about it. I don't know. All right. Anyways, we're going to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. This has been fun. I've had a great time. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Until then, take care and all that good stuff. Hasta luego.
Fuck off.
Game over.
Fuck. What the fuck? Fuck. Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking fucks? Fuck. Game over, man. Game over.
Johnny, what do you know about illegal narcotics?